Hello, McDoridge Football Fan TV. This is the watch along Slovakia against Republic of Ireland. Myself, Paul Neal, joined by Gerard Brown, and we're here to watch the game. Now, bit of team news. James McLean is in. Aaron Connolly is out. On the telly there, they were saying that it could be related to COVID that Aaron Connolly, because I mean, realistically, we thought he'd probably start, and same with Adam Ida. Jer, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, Richie Sadler and Kevin Doyle were just saying there that a member of the backroom staff has tested positive again since they went out to Slovakia, but he's asymptomatic. And Conley and Ida were identified as the two close contacts. Yeah, all the debate pretty much was who was going to start between Robinson and Callum O'Dowd is what kind of the lead up to this game was. It seemed Callum or Aaron Conley with his form at Brighton, obviously getting that goal against Newcastle, looked and his performances actually, particularly against Bulgaria, looked a shoe in to start. So it is a big blow because he was one of the few players I thought that could really get at this Slovakian defence and really hurt them. But look, McLean's experience, he's done it before in the past for his big away games. Wales, Austria spring to mind. We just have to believe and hope that we have enough out in the pitch there and off the bench that they can still do the job without Conley and Adam Ida, who would have also surely been a shoe in to be a substitute tonight.
Yeah, 100%. And it's actually bad for us because I think Aaron Connolly would have been our biggest threat. The fact that his pace, he gets in behind, he scares the opposition so much, especially throughout the 90 minutes. And even if it goes beyond that, and now the fact is, they're saying that he's pretty much picked it up because they're not going to be involved.
But yeah, I think we've seen a situation though with Scotland yesterday with Stuart Armstrong. He tested positive, and Kieran Tierney and Ryan Christie, they were just identified as close contacts. So I think even just as soon as you're identified as close contacts, that's pretty much you ruled out. Like, so even if he does or he doesn't have it, obviously like that does also rule him out of the Wales and Finland matches. But I think already like our interest in the Nations League after them two results in September has died off, and like at the end of the day, it is all on tonight. So I think if we don't get a result tonight, I can't see there being too much enthusiasm or optimism for them two matches.
Yeah, but this is it. We can't have actually asked for a better chance to beat them. I know we were without Connolly and Ida, but in saying that, and Seamus Coleman as well, which I think needs to
Yeah,
be noted
given
too.
his form.
Yeah, and the fact that we don't have those, but I mean they're without Skriniar, they're without what's that lad, Lobotka at
Ibaka from
Napoli,
Napoli, yeah.
and Dubravka in goal from Newcastle. So they're without three players as well. So we probably couldn't have came at them for at a better time to play them. So it will be interesting to see, will we exploit these kind of key positions, because as I said, we won't have a better chance to go at them than this game here. And it's actually been a bit of a lifeline for us that these players have been missing, because there's Inter Milan, Napoli, these are top clubs that they're playing at. Our best players probably playing at Spurs, or in this case, you'd probably say Seamus Coleman at Everton. But like, they're temporarily at the top of the Premier League. They're not always, competing at the top, whereas Napoli and Inter Milan are, you know.
Yeah, I suppose, but you could say in comparison to where Napoli and Inter Milan were way up in Serie A, like Spurs and Everton have kind of fit that mold for the Premier League. Like Inter Milan have only just started a bit of resurgence the last few years. Napoli had a fall away season last year, but like you look at the rest of their squad after that, I know they have a couple of players playing in the Bundesliga, a few players at Cologne, Hertha Berlin, and they have a few other players in Serie A. But like them names like Cologne, Hertha Berlin, like they're the equivalent of probably what Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Burnley in the Premier League, Newcastle, where our players playing. Like, so there's nothing really that stands out that would scare you. Like their star main player Hamsik, who's their captain for tonight and their top goal scorer in this campaign. Like he's coming back after playing the Chinese Super League. We don't really know how good that is. We don't even the Slovakians themselves don't even know how good and what positions he in. Like the team he was playing with in China were near the bottom. Like, so you do feel like when you weigh up both starting teams and look at the clubs they're playing for, and like our form in qualifying for both teams and in recent years, it is a very, very even game.
Yeah, and we were saying it was even before the game, before a ball had been kicked. But now I think it's more so. I think we are the favourites now because they are without those players. I mean, they have a lad up front, Bosnick, who plays for Feyenoord, who's decent. He
Yeah,
scored
he's not
against.
starting.
Oh, is he not? But he's still there.
No. Yeah.
He scored
He's
the,
like
the last minute goal against me on Pro Evo there the other day. So I'll be wary of him.
Yeah, he seems to be their other kind of main, Robert Bosnick. He seems to be the other main threat. Like he, along with Hamshik, was the other joint top scorer, scoring
Yeah,
campaign. You mentioned he's with a 5-0 team. They're flying at the top of the Eredivisie. They're top after 4 games, but he's only started one game. He's only like 20, 21, so he's the Aaron Connolly kind of at night age bracket. So he's probably their next big kind of young superstar. So I'm surprised that unless it's or unless I'm wrong, which I've often been before, but I don't think he is starting. I'm surprised with that, given that he was one of their main players in the qualifying campaign.
yeah, and they faced England, they faced Croatia as well.
It was
Um,
Wales they faced.
oh sorry, Wales.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure he scored against them as well. I know he got a couple against Azerbaijan as well, so I wouldn't really look too much into
yeah,
that. But Croatia, I would.
yeah. They I know that they were beaten in the home game against Croatia, but like in fairness, from their qualifying group, I'd give them credit and say it probably was a slightly tougher group than ours, considering there was only 2 points in the end between themselves, Hungary and Wales, and Croatia themselves didn't exactly run away with the group, and they probably would have been classed as a top seed as well. Like so, they were finished third, like obviously just the same as ourselves. Their Nations League form, the reason why they're here is the same as well. They finished bottom. They only won one game. That was against Ukraine, and Ukraine had already topped that group. And even their current Nations League form, they got beaten well by the Czech Republic last month, and then drew 1-1 with Israel. But they put out pretty much a dummy team that night. I think they made a lot of changes. I just wondered the fact that that game was the day after we played Finland, and maybe they were a bit wary that Ireland's interest now in these couple of games is over, and all eyes, and not to give anything away.
Yeah, exactly. There's people in the comments here just asking, are we showing the game? It's live on RTE and it's live on Sky Sports, so we are not showing the game because we're legally not allowed. Otherwise we would, but we're here to basically comment on the game as it happens. It should be kicking off now in about 5 minutes. If you haven't got the lineup is Darren Randolph in goals. You have Matt Doherty, John Egan, Shane Duffy, Enda Stevens as the back four. And then we have James McCarthy, Connor Howard, Jeff Hendrick in midfield, in a midfield three. And then it's James McLean, David McGoldrick, and Callum Robinson in up front. And Aaron Connolly is suspected to have COVID. Can't confirm that just yet, but suspected, according to the lads on RTE, and that's why he's not featuring. And Adam Ida as well, because another member of the FAI backroom staff who went to Bratislava was apparently what was he feeling symptoms, Jer? Because I didn't hear it on the TV.
No, obviously everyone that went over to Bratislava had tested negative in the tests in Dublin during the week, but they must have got a second round of tests when they landed over there, and he came back positive. Now he's asymptomatic, but obviously Connolly and Admida were identified as two close contacts, and we've seen with Scotland yesterday, as you know yourself, like even the general public, once you're identified as a close contact, you have to restrict your movement. So unfortunately, Connolly and Admida fall into that situation. Just actually brings me on to something we might just briefly touch on before the game starts. We seem to be heading back into that territory, not just as a country, but possibly sport and the world in general, to where we were last spring, last March. We're seeing numerous sports teams in football now. We're getting players tested. We're seeing games getting pulled, matches getting awarded. We're seeing now the League of Ireland had 2 games, has to go tomorrow night. Are you fearful that we are going to head into another lockdown of sport again, and that we could be just left looking at rewatches again for the winter?
I think I am wary, but I think it's scary for them. You know, anyone who's suffering mentally. I think
Yeah,
going into the winter, like at least back in spring, we had stuff like this, and you know, we were able to get a lot of interviews and stuff like that, and that was keeping people entertained and stuff like that. Obviously, watching rewatches and stuff like that. There is only so much of them you could do. Unless we win today, we'll be rewatching this for the whole winter. But no, like in all seriousness, it is worrying the fact that it looked like it was all going so well, and now it's kind of coming to a point where originally this is why we did all this staying in, was to stop all this, and then eventually it got to a point where people just couldn't hack it anymore, and they needed to get out, and then it was holidays, then it was gaffs, all this type of stuff. But you would hope that they could still keep sport on no matter what, because it's seen how good it has been for people's mental health and stuff like that.
yeah. I
That's
think
what I
as
would
well,
say.
like, I suppose if it depends how much you're really into football, but you look at other countries have handled it quite well, like particularly a lot of the Asian countries, and they probably got a worse blow of it. So like if you really wanted to dive in and watch some K League and J League, at least you're probably guaranteed to watch a good bit of that if it ever comes to that. But no, I think like situation like as we've seen like that, as you mentioned, people just got sick of it. But like I think even people realize, right, economic wise, like this can't go on, this can't continue. And as we've seen, as you mentioned, like it is a great outlet and a great release for people. Like it's bad enough that like you have to restrict what you can do, but it's nice the fact you can still have a live football game to watch, even though we can't be there. But it is a little bit worrying. But hopefully, look, we can get through it, and maybe who knows, this optimistic talk that we are hearing, a bit more of a vaccine can become available, can be dispersed. Could be waiting a while for that, but look, you have to keep a little bit optimistic.
Yeah. Here's the national anthem. There's a couple of people just in the comments here. We'll give them Jonathan O'Callaghan. Can you do a shout out? There's a shout out. If you want to give me a shout out there, Jerry, for the way.
I unfortunately actually can't even see the comments, so I'll have to
No, there
bear
it says
trust.
Jonathan. Jonathan.
Oh, sorry, on the screen I touched it if you wanted to call out myself. And hope you're keeping well, Jonathan. Hopefully we'll get the job done, and hopefully the country will be feeling a lot better tonight than it has been over the last couple of days.
Interesting that we're wearing white tonight. We're wearing the white jersey.
Is that a thing that we do for? No, we don't do it for every away game. I know we did it against
No,
Switzerland last year. Yeah, I find that a strange one.
we haven't worn it that much. This
No,
just for Eddie Fitzgerald there, who commented in. I was just gonna say he doesn't have RTE or Sky here in Arizona, so he's gonna be watching right here. So
it's
fair
nice to
play to
see.
you, Eddie.
Yeah,
We'll do our best to keep you entertained throughout the
yeah.
90
We-
minutes, and hopefully it's not 120 penalties.
Like as we just even go back to Eddie there watching Arizona, like we've seen that ourselves from the few watch-alongs or rerun of matches that we had like during the lockdown, and the people coming in from all parts of the world. So it's great to see that still going, and that like that she isn't hasn't gone to side to get a dodgy screen, but he's going to pick on two reliable fellas to talk him through the match.
Yeah, well, this is it, and as you said, I like the fact that you touched on the fact that we could potentially be going back into um, a lockdown. I think that's going to be a wary thing for League of Ireland clubs as well, and not
Yeah.
just the bigger countries and stuff like that. Like even in the UK, they're trying to campaign to get fans back into stadiums and stuff like that, petitions and stuff. So yeah, it's we're living in strange times right now, and it's very very unfortunate, and you can see that because the amount of players now that are getting coronavirus as well.
Yeah, I think it's like we touch back to like the project restart when football first started back. It was kind of quite easy because they were kind of excluded and they were put into their own bubble, and games were ticking faster every 3 and 4 days, and you can just run it off. And there wasn't separate cup competitions or travel for European games. Now, as we've seen, they're trying to run it like a normal football season, and a lot more travel involved, a lot of international travel involved. It is going to, and people being more open and stuff like that. It was always kind of going to happen unless we end up being in a scenario and situation where we do end up going to lockdown, do a similar thing, run the league off again in the space of 2 months, and then just run a mini Champions League and make that some sort of a straight knockout again.
Yeah, I mean, I think the games do need to be played, and look, it's so many teams that are struggling financially. Even look at Cork right now; they've got rid of their manager. There's talking them selling the club, stuff like that. It's a bit of a strange thing at the moment. You don't really, Cork City 3 years ago, you never would have envisioned that 3 years on, would you?
No, definitely not. But this time 3 years ago, they were on the way to being crowned league champions, and off the back of a decent European run themselves in 2016. They've sold on a lot of players, like they would have got decent money for that. And also as well, when you're at the top, you expect to kind of kick on and build, and it's never happened for them. And I think we always knew this season was going to be a struggle for them and a start of a transition period for a while, but we didn't think that parts of the transition could involve them having to play in the first division. And it does look a real possibility. It is hard to see where the points are coming from. You look at someone like Finn Harps, who are showing grit, heart, determination. They're digging out draws, and have now even put themselves in a situation where they could catch your own club, Shelburne, and stay up automatically. But you just don't see that with Cork at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I remember joking at the start that it says there Conley is on the bench, but he's not though.
He would be.
It's probably just
I seen,
classed like
I
that.
seen, yeah, I seen Dan McDonald had a tweet, all right, saying that everyone's included in the match. I think that obviously the squad would have been confirmed and sent off to UEFA before such time, and then maybe the
So
test came
Josh
back or
Cullen
something.
and
Like
stuff couldn't come in, yeah,
Yeah,
which is
it
a
was
shame.
Josh Cullen and who was the other player left out?
I'm not sure, but it
I
wasn't.
think it was Kevin Long.
Might have been, but the players there are taking a knee at the moment.
Yeah.
That was interesting because they were going to make. They were talking about whether that was going to be a big issue or not. Like, they were asking Adam Ida and Callum Robinson, a few other players, who are without being racist or black, what they thought of the matter.
They're asked on it as well. I remember was Adam Mead was put before the press before last month's games, and he was asked about it. All right as well. Just looking at the conditions over there, even though it's only
Bosnia away.
yeah, I was just going to say even though it's only 8:45 in Bratislava local time, it's still quite foggy. I know it's October, but as you mentioned, we could be looking at that similar night as we had 5 years ago as well.
There's a lad there, Con Cuber. Oh, hang. Go on, Robbo. He's no one to give it to.
He's done well to keep hold of it,
Corner.
and if he wins,
Well
he's done very well to win the corner of that.
just there, Con Cuber. Oh, Hangusa. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But anyway, he's watching in Brazil
I
on
think
a
that's
streaming
Connor in
thing.
English, anyway.
Yeah, but the surname
Yeah.
is what's doing me in there. Yeah, look, it's kicked off. We're 1 minute in, and Conor Robinson's done decent enough there. He's after winning the corner, and Conor Howard's standing over it now. Come on, Conor.
No doubt looking for the head of Shane Duffy as his main target.
They look like they have a march on him there.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't get near it. They have a tactic there to stop Duffy, obviously.
Yeah, I was just going to say they're self very stonely, and obviously then just launched themselves towards the head of Shane Duffy after that. And now they're very badly. The only thing is they're quite wide. But that doesn't make a difference if you go past like that.
Great tackle. McLean done brilliant there to cover.
Yeah, that could have been very okay. It's been a very open start. It's pretty much followed the trend of what we've seen in the Premier League over the last couple of weeks.
But it goes to show why McLean's been brought in there, whether it's Connolly having COVID or not. What McLean offers defensively, he's like the fittest man in the world. Actually, Darren Fletcher was the man who said that, and he trained with Ronaldo at Stoke.
So that tells you all you need to know. You have trained with a lot of very, very fit individuals.
Yeah, so I suppose that shows what McLean can give us. But hopefully he can give us more going forward in this case. But see that bobble there, the pass back to the keeper there. So I think
pitch does look.
Their bearings back now here.
Yeah, just even looking at it, there's a camera zoomed in on the goalkeeper. There even looks to be not a patch of grass missing. Like there does seem to be a bit of. Doesn't seem to be the best of surfaces, but you just have to get on with it, I suppose.
Yeah, but it's very foggy conditions or something.
I presume
Stevens braving the cold there, just a normal jersey, no Under Armour.
That's what you like to see, a good, hard, tough walking stone man. I presume Gary Spain is the only Irish media outlet that's over at the game.
I think so, yeah. Representing IFF TV, Gary Spain.
Yeah.
He did join us before this, but we could barely hear him because all the tannoy music and stuff like that. So if we could try get Gary in later on, we will. But if we can't, we can't. Anyway, he will be doing videos after the game. So regardless, but hopefully he'll be doing a video on us winning. That's what we'll be hoping for. Up you get, James McLean. Come on, Jeff. Go on, give it back to him. Wasn't the best ball.
No, it wasn't. It was a good idea. You could see what he was trying to do, but it's just he even had more time to take another touch and kind of just compose himself a little bit more. But it's been a decent enough start. That's what 2 or 3 attacks already in their half inside 3 minutes. And like apart from them almost catching out in the corner, which is you're always going to do when you throw your defenders up for a corner. We've started pretty okay so far.
Yeah, the right full is apparently their best fullback, and Dan McDonald was tweeting about him, number 2, saying that he's going to be key. That's why McLean's probably there defensively, just to track back with him, you know.
I think that's the lad that plays for Hertha Berlin as well, actually.
So at least he'll be keeping him quiet. But Hendrick's playing quite high there, up there with McGoldrick, which is good to see.
He has so far, yeah. You could see even from that last pass how high he was up when he tried to play the 1-2 wish. Did see him just slide him in, but unfortunately it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, we're pressing quite high, which is good.
Yeah.
Oh, they played it out well there, Slovakia. They're out on the right wing now. John Egan cleans up. I think John Egan, yeah. Keeper's ball. Super Darren Randolph. He hasn't done anything yet, but he is super.
He's just super for what he's done down through the years.
Yeah. He loves that yellow jersey.
Yeah, that must just be a continuous goalkeeping jersey regardless of... We've only recently switched to yellow, because I remember that just looking back, obviously, for the day that's in it 5 years ago since his great assist for Shane Long's goal against Germany. It was a purple kit he was wearing that night, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was his debut.
Or his competitive debut, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Just turning that comment off. If you're new to the channel, make sure you give it a nice subscribe if you're watching, and especially if you're watching abroad. Let us know where you're tuning in from and where you're watching it, and hopefully we're keeping you up to date as it goes on. If you can't watch it in another country, it's a good ball by Howring. Go on, Robbo. Keeper's ball all day long.
Uh,
But
just in the air.
the keeper looks comfortable enough, doesn't he, Rodak? I think he's the lad at Fulham.
He is, yeah. Yeah, he was. I don't know, did he play the last game? I know he didn't actually play against the Czech Republic. But what about like Dubravka? Like he reminds me of like a lot of modern day goalkeepers these days. He's can look brilliant one day and then he can look so ordinary the next day. So I wouldn't rate him maybe as a big as loss as the two lads playing in Serie A for them.
Yeah, well, Gary's always going on about him. I never actually thought he was that amazing. If he's playing for Newcastle, he can't be that good. But
No,
he's probably
and
still
like
better than Jordan Pickford.
that still wouldn't be hard even after last weekend, despite Everton's comprehensive victory. It was funny listening to Paul Merson talking about him on Soccer Saturday a few weeks ago, saying like, oh, that like his confidence would pick up because Everton are playing well and all the players around him are confident, and he's going to bounce off that. But there's no signs of that even from this season, even from that Fleetwood game as well in the League Cup.
Yeah. Sure. Look, Seamus is flying. That's all that matters really in this
Yeah.
instance. So that's what
What's his? How long is he potentially out for?
people are saying hamstring strain is minimum 2 weeks.
So
he
he
could
could
be back for the Merseyside derby.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't. Come on, Robinson, get back. That's it. Our shape is a lot better than it was last month. I feel like we're
Yeah.
getting around the pitch a lot. Oh, well done, Jeff. That's a free kick.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, it's good. Very good pressing early on. Like it's good to see the work rate is there, right from which you need. Like that's crucial for tonight's game. Like if you don't,
Should
not
have got a
fair to
card
work.
for that.
As you get a nice view of all the artwork on Jeff Hendrick's body.
I just want to touch there. I know we just said that Enda Stevens was wearing no Under Armour, but all the
A lot of
players
them
are wearing
are.
short sleeve except for Callum Robinson
Yeah,
are wearing Under
Ditsy.
Armour.
I
Proper
think
hard
Ditsy's.
Irishman.
I
Yeah,
think
but he's
Ditsy's wearing.
wearing Under Armour.
Yeah. So
Jamie
maybe it's not.
McCarthy, well done. A ref. There's nothing in that. He won the ball, and then your man put his leg in between after he won the ball, in my opinion. Anyway, it's a free kick on the centre circle of the half.
Yeah, at least it's not in a dangerous position where they could potentially hurt us. So like if you're, well, not say to give away a foul, but if you're going to, no, that was certainly not McCarthy's aim. But if you're going to do it, at least do it in an area that's not dangerous. Good to see people tuning in from all over the world to watch us. Brazil, Arizona. Now we have Martin Callanan in Norway. It's great to see.
Yeah, there's some idiot commenting saying are they going to stream a match or just keep talking over and over. I don't think he understands a watch along.
Well, we can show the game if you want, but you'll never see another video from Irish Football Fan TV again. So it's up to yourself if you
He's
want
probably
to.
Slovakian, so it doesn't really matter in this instance. Well done, Doherty. Go on, run at them. And
It's got space to.
Dizzy probably should have taken it. We seem to be just looking like we're still getting to terms with kind of how everyone's moving. Hopefully that kind of smoothens out over the course of the game. I felt like McGoldrick probably should have taken that and let Robinson overlap him, but he let it run out for a throw anyway.
I don't think he seemed to kind of judge or anticipate what Doherty was going to go and do, and then couldn't seem to adjust his body back then to get to it. But like so far we've got ourselves in a couple of decent positions for attacks, but like it's been 10 minutes old. There's not been much happening so far, which is probably what you'd normally expect for the game. But like again, I haven't really seen much from them apart from that break from the corner in the first few minutes, which is a good thing. Like if you want to look for positives.
Yeah, there's just a couple of more people tuning in. Brendan Gannon from LA is tuning in. Hiya, Brendan. How are you? John Sharkey. Hello from Brazil. There he is. There you can see his picture. Guys, get your comments in, and we'll try our best to give you a shout out. I have the computer here, and I have the match here, so I'll be rotating between the two, and obviously chatting with Jer about the game as it goes on. So keep them coming in, and hope everybody's keeping well. So far, it's 0-0. I'll just type that up there in case you can't see it.
And of course, even if you are watching the game, still tune in for a bit of commentary and analysis on the game if you don't want to listen to George Hamilton. Nothing against the legend that is George Hamilton.
Yeah, and we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, let us know
Just
there.
looking at what, just looking at the earlier result from earlier, Georgia beating Belarus 1-0, so they're one game away from their maiden ever experience at the first tournament. We know ourselves from playing them every qualifying campaign because for some reason UEFA like to draw us against them. But they are a tough team. That they actually, even though they mightn't have the best ranking, like they'll always go out and have a goal and make it tricky for you. So, like, if they do end up getting to the Euros and win the next game, like I don't expect them to do much, but I don't expect too many teams to have an easy game off them.
Yeah, well, they show that they can mix it up, and be a problem for. I think they were a problem for Denmark. They were a problem for us. Yeah, like they are a tough team and they're getting better every year. So it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me if they did end up going the whole way. And fair play to them if they do. We have a free kick here now, just outside our box, kind of towards the corner here. Hang on. Oh, good ball. Well defended, Matt Doherty, who actually conceded the foul. So the ball's back, far away, and Doherty wins it again in the air.
I
And
think you seem
they're
to
on the
be.
edge of our box.
Yeah, I think you just seem to be a second or two ahead of me in terms of the game.
Okay, I'll try and delay my goal celebration. So
You might have nothing to delay, knowing how Ireland games sometimes tend to go.
that's true. Hamshik seems
Mm.
to be the one dictating the play here in the middle, though. Anyway,
Yeah,
as expected. But the thing about this game as well is we actually have 5 subs, so it could be a very
oh, is it still 5 subs? All right.
yeah, squad kind of. It could be depend on the squad more so than just the starting 11. You could be using
Yeah,
the
it
whole
could be
squad. Come
something as well
on,
to
get
look at.
into them,
Obviously,
lads.
to keep more fresh legs. If for say we got to the last 10 or 15 minutes and still nil all, and then you're thinking like, right, we're not far from extra time. You have to kind of keep half an eye on penalties and
Well
try and
done,
keep
Enda.
potential penalty takers on the pitch because really Hurahan used to take them for Barnsley. Brady obviously would be kind of classed as a recognised penalty taker. So I imagine if it's hitting that situation, can you look to get him on the pitch? McGoldrick used to take penalties for Sheffield United. Shane Long and James McLean both scored penalties the last time we played Slovakia in the Aviva. But apart from that, like I don't really actually know anyone for Ireland that has a good track record of penalties. Not that it's much use to us now. Nathan Murphy was saying
Well
earlier, not
done, Jeff. Sorry, go
great
on.
ball. So I was just saying, not that it's much. Actually, we'll see how this goes
Oh,
first.
unlucky Cameron.
Uh,
Sorry, I keep cutting you off
against
because something
it's
happened
grand
as you're
off.
talking. My apologies.
Sorry, sure. You're at the second ahead, so you're going to anticipate what's going to happen for me. But just saying, in terms of the penalty shootouts, not much use to us now. But Nathan Murphy was saying on OTB AM this morning that Aaron Connolly has only ever taken 4 penalties in his life, and the only one he ever scored was the Ireland under-19s against Slovakia. But currently, Aaron Connolly is probably somewhere in a hotel room in Bratislava watching this game. I presume they'll have to be sent back to Dublin now, or their respective clubs. Sorry, I should say.
Say that again. Sorry, I was trying to finish there.
The two lads that have been identified as close contacts, I presume they'll have to be sent back to the respective clubs, Brighton and Norwich, and limit movement from there.
Probably. Here's the
Yeah.
ball in, and it's a free out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume they will, Jared. To be honest, but look, there's nothing we can really do about it at the moment. They're out of the game. With the one game we need them for is this, so I wouldn't even want them around for the Wales or
No.
Finland game.
As you kind of touched on it, it's all about tonight, really. Don't know what you give a free kick for there, and like I wouldn't mind, but I don't think that camera angle actually showed what really happened because as soon as the free kick was taken, he blew the whistle. So it obviously was something before what the cameraman picked up on.
Well up, Duffy. Yeah. I tell you what, we're playing some decent football here. If McLean gets that flick on there, come
Bit of
on,
a
pick up the
hoofball.
second ball.
Wasn't a great ball, it
Offside.
was just fucking hoofball.
But Hendrick done really well just before that to win that corner. He gave the ball
He
up to
did actually,
Robinson.
yeah.
It was a lovely bit of play
Good.
and a good ball in.
We've looked
Robinson.
decent down Robinson's side. That's two potential attacks. The one as well where Doherty and McGoldrick seem to have a little bit of a mix up in communication.
Yeah, I think that'll get better as time goes on. They haven't played together that much as well. We got to remember.
And even this week on the training ground, they wouldn't have much time between numerous players playing on Sunday. So Monday would have just been a recovery session, and then flying out yesterday. Like so, Tuesday probably would have only been their proper full session together again this week.
Yeah, and even at that, some of them might not have played because they were playing on Sunday as well.
Yeah,
So you got to take that into consideration. They probably just did a lot of shape work, not a whole lot of, sprinting and stuff like that.
but it's something we're just going to have to get used to because if we win tonight, the final of the playoff is also on a Thursday night. So it's just something we're going to have to adjust to. Hopefully, the Premier League fixture list will be
Oh
kinder to us
no!
in November.
Oh well done.
But when you said, "Oh no," I thought you scored a long range screamer there for a second.
I thought he was shaping up for it, but
Yeah,
we can't get out of our own half here. It's very annoying. We're not doing a whole lot to help ourselves as well. We're giving away sloppy passes. Robinson and Doherty there. I felt that though they could have just hoofed that up the pitch just to get us out of that area. Oh, that was a great ball. Randolph saved.
Oh, just too much on it. Yeah.
We need to be wary. They look tricky, we can't be taking them lightly. Hamstick with a great ball.
Yeah. Just shows when you still have it, even if you are, was he 33 now? I think.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. When Robbie Keane was playing for LA, he still had it. Even when he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
back and training with the lads, they still talked about how good he was. Lads, is there tackle? Oh my god.
Two of you again, just poor mix up in communication. I think it was Hendrick and McGoldrick. But we have it back now. Duffy coming out the back with it, just playing along to Doherty.
Good ball, Doherty. Now,
Ball, yeah.
Jeff, run at them.
That's it.
Why did you have to?
There's space here now to potentially create an opening here.
McLean with the ball in. That doesn't beat the first man.
Nothing new there, unfortunately. But we have it back again with her hand.
Ball.
Can't whip in a good.
Oh.
Oh.
McCarthy's got it in the middle.
Yeah, we're keeping the pressure on. We're getting on the second ball, so it's good. Like.
No one showing for a good ball, Doherty again. Someone show for him. Get that ball in there, Didzy, if you can. Oh,
Great.
Left foot. There's just nobody around him.
He should have went for that. He was in a decent position. He was inside the box, half a yard.
Is Matt Doherty's bad foot though. That's it. Now someone get around. That's it. There's not enough bodies in that box.
Should be someone looking for the return again. Like Robinson should have went back looking for the return instead of cutting in.
Ref. He's not giving us anything for that. That was a foul all day long on Matt Doherty.
But again, it's good to see that we're getting the ball back now again. They have
give it to him.
A lot of players behind the ball, so they have no option really but to kick it back to us.
Oh, unlucky, Jeff. This is much better, just trying to play ball. I know, look, we lost the ball there, but we are trying to play, which is good to see. And we're actually
very, very good pressing. Very, very good pressing again as soon as win the ball back. Getting right stuck into their faces.
There's some awful weirdos coming into the comments and saying, tell the cameras to shut up. I don't really understand. If they're not here to know that we're not showing the game, then why are they here? They're obviously not Irish, but it's just such a stupid thing to to even comment. I just kick them out. I kicked two of them out there just talking nonsense. Let us know if you're watching the game as well. If you're watching the game with us. Well done, Robbo. Give it up the line. Linesman, are you going to give us anything? That line out is abysmal. He was pulled to the ground there. Callum Robinson.
Could be just one of them nights where we just we'll have the officials against us. You sometimes can get those, and they're now back on the attack here.
Yeah.
Hamstick just laying the ball off.
Well tackled.
Yeah. Just been a goal in the other playoff that's obviously of significance to us. Bosnia have taken the lead 1-0 against Northern Ireland. Krunic with the goal after 14 minutes, so they lead Northern Ireland. They're 1-0. To be honest, you'd have to expect Bosnia to win that game. They're at home. I suppose there's no such thing really as home advantage, but they're competing in League A of the Nations League, where Northern Ireland got absolutely tanked by Norway there a few weeks ago. So you would be fancying Bosnia to win that game.
Yeah, literally the same thing that I know Matt Doherty's pulling out, but that was the same thing that happened to Callum Robinson down the other end. I think Callum Robinson's saying that to the ref now. Like, you can't give one and not give the other.
Yeah. But as you said there, and it was over by the touchline. Like, where was the help for the linesman? Why didn't he put his flag up? Like, he
got Howard got booked.
Got booked now for mouth. It's just one of those as well. It could be just that night Ireland just have gone the wrong side of the referee, and he could be a temperamental fecker, and he could just have a set against us now. Referees can just be like that, unfortunately.
Sean Dunn's watching the game and he's watching us here on
That's
YouTube
what I want to hear.
or
Yes.
Facebook.
George Hamilton is always the voice of Irish football, you know.
Ah, no. I love
Ah, he is.
George. I'd love to get
Ah,
him
I
on
do.
for one of these in the future
Yeah.
when he retires from RTE. Oh, well done. That's a free out, ref. Well, Duffy done brilliant there to get ahead
Yeah.
of their striker there for that. Because if he gets his foot to it, that's a penalty.
So it's brave, but Duffy is
A
well
month
known
ago,
for.
that might have been a penalty. A month ago.
But definitely 2 weekends ago in the Premier League, it probably would have been the way they were giving out so softly.
That's another thing we need to be wary of. There's VAR in this game, and also the new handball rule, which has
Yeah,
affected
which
Matt Doherty
is
already. And if there's any English listeners, it's not Matt Doherty, it's not Matt Doherty, it's Matt Doherty. Just in case.
yeah. It's funny. I was listening to after his debut against Everton. I was listening to second captains, and they had one of the English journalists on. And again, they were struggling with his surname, and said, "All right, we'll just call him the Irish guy." I'm like, could you not just at least call him Matt? It's not that, but like again, going back to Doherty, it's not that hard to pronounce. But sure, look,
It really isn't. It's even in the
uh,
name, like her. Doherty.
yeah. So I think Doherty is a very popular Scottish surname, and I think they sometimes tend to get the two of them mixed up. But sure, plenty of Muppets out there.
You said it. I'm just gonna put up. I'm gonna put up a thing for the score here, just so keeping people up to date. And in the comments there, Warren Collier says it's surprised that they haven't tried to claim Doherty, which is very true because they tried to claim
True, yeah.
everybody else.
Well, to be honest, they've a nice selection of right backs themselves, so I don't think they'll be in desperate need of Doherty. Although they did have a pretty embarrassing result yesterday. The under 21 side only drew 3-all with Andorra, and they had a pretty strong team out. Like,
Yeah.
they had good few players. They had, who was playing for them? Brandon Williams,
Oh,
Curtis Jones.
Duffy, what are you doing?
Ah, that was shocking. Nowhere near Doherty.
I think he had a bit of a nosebleed being that high up the pitch.
Literally just going to say that. He's not used to being out of his comfort zone like that. But I don't think like everyone like makes out he's not a ball playing centre back, which he's not really known for. But I don't think he's as uncomfortable in the ball as people do to kind of make out. Like we could see with Brighton that like he was decent enough playing. I know Chris
Done well
Hughton.
there, chesting the ball down.
Yeah, like I know Chris Hughton wouldn't play as much attacking style as what Graham Potter does now, but like he still showed that when needed he was still kind of comfortable enough in playing the ball out of the back.
Yeah, well, he actually said it in the press conference after that game against Finland that he was saying, I don't understand why people are saying that because
Oh shit. That's alright, it's gone for
that's
throwing.
hard. He doesn't understand why people are saying that. He feels as though he is comfortable on the ball, but people always want to say things. And I suppose he's bounced back since, like he said he would.
Yeah. Suppose it's helped, I suppose, probably being in the Scottish League, but got a couple of goals himself, which is good. He's now obviously got European football to look forward to, which is always a nice glamour to have Irish players playing in European football. And obviously they got a couple of nice ties to look forward to as well. But I think like with Doherty, like even if he was, or not Doherty, sorry, Duffy, even if he was a little bit off form the last two games, like he's just been fantastic and he's been proven down through the year so much that he was still going to be like a certainty to start tonight, barring injury or COVID.
Well done, Robinson. Go on, McGoldrick. Get yourself in there.
Oh,
Goes out for a throw. Good play there.
yeah.
I thought he'd given it back to them there, McGoldrick, but Robinson done well to recover it. What are they?
Oh,
A VAR for handball, is it?
possible. I was just thinking that myself and McGoldrick flicked it. But it did seem a little bit
very
low.
adamant. Let's see, because we can't hear the commentary on the TV.
Yeah.
So McGoldrick is waiting for what the referee.
Nah, it's throwing. All our hopes for nothing there. But sure, look.
Well, look.
Okay,
Well,
we could get a goal from this.
Oh. Take it down. Oh, lads, he's killing each other there. Oh, well done.
Stop.
Got it back.
Lucky that your man overran it too, and so I got a little bit excited.
The doggo asks, in your opinion, who's the fittest on the team? Um,
James McLean.
I assume you mean by running. Because I'm not that way inclined. But yeah, I'll probably say McLean in terms of his actual
Decent
fitness.
ball. Just too much on it. Oh, that run off his hand. That for a throw in again, isn't it?
Hendrick seems to be having a go at McGoldrick there for something. I don't know. Anyway, it's throw in. We're back near our half. It's around the halfway line at the moment. We're just playing ball at the minute. 0-0 here. 25 minutes played so far. And look, we're showing a lot of signs of what Stephen Kenny wants us to do, and I'm really liking the way we're playing football so far. There's been a mix of sometimes hoofing it when we needed to, great ball, Doherty, and a mixture of passing and moving and just good little bits of play and trying to play it there. Unlucky there, Jeff Hendrick. What about that pass from Matt Doherty there? It was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Outside the right foot.
He's got well and truly in his locker. He's shown plenty of time at Premier League level the last couple of years. So he's well able to pull up a nice bit of trickery every now and then.
I think no one's playing badly so far, and no one's kind of hiding, which is good to
No,
see.
I just think McLean has been maybe just been a bit quiet. He hasn't been maybe involved. Although I do think a lot more is going down Robinson's wing than McLean's wing. In fairness to him, he's just
Done well to win a
probably
foul,
probably
hasn't he?
should win a free kick there. Yeah, and he does. And it's a good position for me. I'd be taking our time, wait for us to get Duffy up for this because Hurahan, as we've seen with Aston Villa, he can whip a good delivery in.
He done well to win that foul there. I think. I didn't think the ref would give a foul, but he made him because the way he grabbed the ball. I think. Howrahan here. He had a similar ball in here for Mings there a few weeks ago for Villa, and it's in that
Against
kind of similar
Fulham,
territory.
wasn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if we can get someone on this, maybe Callum Robinson or something. You never know.
Or Shane Duffy, who's the most likely
Here we go.
suspect.
Wasn't the
No,
greatest
it's not
delivery. There
great.
wasn't enough weight
No, it's
on the.
very flat. Yeah, barely got off the ground. Probably
They're
just
on the
never.
counter now, but they're still in their own half.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple of decent numbers back, so good
Yeah.
shape to us.
Well, that was lacking. You know, when we were hitting the counter in the previous games a month ago,
Ah,
that was
yeah.
what was lacking. So look, we have our legs back, and Howrahan and McCarthy and even Hendricks there back in our own half now. They're getting back when we needed them to. They were obviously just bollocks last month, you know.
Yeah, like the fact that they were still in their pre-season, like to be playing for a lot of players, 180 minutes in space of 4 days, like that's more than you normally would do in pre-season. That pitch seems to be anything getting a little bit worse. A couple of more bobbles there when the Slovakian defender was going back to his goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was obviously some little child asking that question because he said, "Ha ha ha! You called the lad fit." Fair play.
Good sense of humor about him, and it takes me back to when I was probably his age, and I would have probably laughed at the same thing.
To be 12 years old again.
Be great.
Yeah, we're looking at a nice turn, McLean. Come on, let's get them now. Howrahan, ball over the top to no one and into the keeper's arms.
I was expecting someone to run for it, but it's easy to say here looking at a TV camera, but that ball just never looked on. Unless
Yeah.
again he was expecting someone to run onto it.
Yeah,
Because I thought at first looked like he was going to switch the play, but sure, Robinson was nowhere to be seen in camera shot, and it's gone back now for something.
offside.
Grand.
You
Yeah,
know the way it was a free kick there.
I wouldn't say either team was like dominating this game, or either team looks destined to score. But we do look a little bit more lively so far. I have to say they've shown the odd little glimpse, but they've nearly gone in behind us. But the last 10, 15 minutes, we've pretty much owned a lot of the possession.
We've got into the game gradually.
Yeah,
Best way I put it. Well, in McLean, good tackle. We're on the break
brilliant.
now. It's
Go on,
Hendrick.
Hendrick.
He's known to give it to again.
Sideward
Great
pass.
ball in McLean to McGoldrick, who heads over. We're wide.
Just thought for a second with the way it was opening up in front of Hendrick, I thought he might go for it.
He seems very hesitant to have a shot from the edge of the box.
He was the same way in Sofia as well. Like I know he's not known for scoring long range goals, and maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable from a certain distance. But given the fact that you said there was no options from the end of the day, he had to end up giving a sideward pass. Like who knows what could have came off it? Like keeper could have parried and went out for a corner. Just wouldn't know. Like at the end of the day, nothing more would have came off it from what we've seen.
Yeah, it's just coming up to the 30th minute, still 0-0 here, and as Jay was saying there, we're gradually getting into the game. No major chances of note, but we've definitely had the better of the football so far, and we've kept them fairly quiet. I have to say, they don't really recall them having too many shots. They had a near true ball from Hamsik, which was covered by Darren Randolph, so they haven't had a whole lot. Mind you, I think we need to be a bit more clinical to win this game. I think if we're on it, I think we'll win from the early signs here, but we need a goal soon.
I
Go long,
wouldn't.
go
I
long,
wouldn't
Darren.
kind of worry like saying that we kind of need goals. I know what you mean, like in terms of like make this many dominant count, but then the day, like why we don't kind of feel
Go
major
home.
under pressure. Well, is it?
Yeah.
I is that. Like why we don't feel major under pressure, and you know that's going to be a tight cage of game as those is with Ireland. Like if we're going to breaking it all, I'd still be relatively satisfied.
Yeah, I just want to get a goal because I'd be very, very upset if they scored before half time. That's all.
Mm. I know what you mean. That like as
Well
we
done,
often see,
Hendrick.
before in the past, and once they go behind, they might come back and sneak a draw, but very rarely have we ever come back from behind to win. I can't remember the last time we did. Like, so I would kind of know where you're coming from that point of view. I honestly can't remember when the last time we ever came from behind to win a game.
Yeah, well done, McLean. Come on. Enda Stevens now has got it on the left hand side. And he's giving it to Callum Robinson, who gives it to Hendrick. And I have to say, Hendrick's been doing very well so far,
Yeah, he's
keeping the
getting very
ball.
forward, getting in good positions.
Go on, Matt. Give it to Matt.
Come on, make yourself an angle. Make it.
Yeah,
I
did
don't
do
think.
the right
I
thing
don't
there
think.
because
Yeah, I don't think Darty made himself enough of an option there. Like he had
he wasn't
plenty of space.
wide enough.
Yeah, should have just taken a couple of steps back, got himself a bit more space. Because there was, like as we've seen there would have been plenty of bodies to go into the box for it as well.
Brendan Gannon says 0-0 at the end of the game. Is it likely? Is it because it's a cagey game? I don't think so. I think we've got goals in us, but
No.
we just need to just keep going with it. I think, and I have to
I
say,
don't,
Hendrick has started really really well. This is
yeah.
the best performance I've seen him in a while, and it's only 30 minutes played. Hopefully, it continues. Keep it in, Callum. Oh, great ball.
Went to another corner. That's good. Oh no, I thought one out didn't.
It's there thrown now. McCarthy's headed it out of play.
Yeah.
In their half. So if anyone's watching, 32 minutes played and it's 0-0. What I'm gonna do is
Watch him.
I'm gonna put up a little banner here so people can see the score in case they're just tuning in.
Right.
You can talk away there while I'm doing that.
Just gonna say what I suppose you're just gone for. But yeah, so 33 minutes.
I can still hear you.
All right. So just 33 minutes gone. 0-0. Like I said, it's been a decent enough start from Ireland. We're kind of feeding our way in for it. There's nothing really much so far from the Slovakians to suggest they're going to threat or hurry us or hurt us. We've owned most of the ball for the last 10, 15 minutes. Ourselves, we don't look the most dangerous, but we have got ourselves in more better positions than the Slovakians going forward, just to say that they are starting to launch attacks. So let us know what you think of the game so far yourself. It's great to see all the people from all over the globe tuning in to watch this game tonight. And of course, a couple of people as well that are like ourselves watching this game on RT with the beauty of George Hamilton's voice in the background, who has described great Irish football moments, and hopefully he'll do another one tonight. And of course, watch along with us here. Just Slovakia now just starting to get a nice little bit of possession, but your man got a bad boggy touch there. We're back on the attack here now with McGoldrick, but doesn't really have much to do. Can he
Well
hold it up
done on
well?
the throw.
One throw and done very well. And
Yeah, sorry about
Demetriou.
that. I just put that
No,
up there to keep people updated on the score in case they didn't know because the people were tuning in commenting what was the score. So they're just asking there. Any silly comments we'll just ignore. Someone, yeah. But anyway, we need to get a goal soon. It's because the longer it goes on, the more likely they'll be to score. That's why I think we need to get a goal as soon as possible. Can you hear me?
I can, yeah. Just taking in the game there. Sorry for a second. Yeah, just on that top, I know. I wouldn't be too worried saying like we need. I know you're getting like because it's that type of game. It's a one-off and it's
Oh,
cage and all that. But like once we're kind of still like on the ball and keeping control of the game, as we are doing now, Robinson in a good position here.
give it to
I should have
Darty.
get. Oh, Doherty was the
He's
obvious
still
one
there.
in.
He's
Yeah,
still there. It's okay.
and he got himself in such a good position.
Have a go,
So,
Callum. That's it. More like that, though. More like that. Having a go. He looks knackered, though.
which is a bit worrying considering we've only played 35 minutes.
Hmm. He's ran his socks off so far.
Yeah. And like I said, most of our play actually has come down his side, likes of Stevens and James McCain. They haven't really got many touches off the ball. What do you make of McCarthy's performance so far? Always a topic of debate when it comes to Ireland, as in sometimes why he can't replicate his club form with us, that our system doesn't suit us, blah, de, blah, de, blah. What have you made so far from this opening 35 minutes?
He's been good. He's kept Hamsik quiet. He's got stuck
Yeah,
in. Well done, Shane Duffy. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, McCarthy. He's done very well. That's a great ball by Howard. If McLean can
just
get
a
on
bit
the
too
end.
much on it, but could win a throw in a high area? No, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, James McCarthy. Yeah, he's just doing that job just perfectly at the moment, and I can't really fault him. What about yourself?
Yeah, like he's not going to be someone we're going to be looking to get on the end of things and be looking to make things happen in the final third. He's going to sit back, hold that midfield, help out the back four, and he's done that quite well. And like I said, they haven't really kind of cut us open down through the middle, so that's always a good sign that your midfield is doing a good job and is offering solid protection to your back four. Duffy's really looked good so far. He really looks up for it. He really looks like he's up for the bat. He's got stuck in, won a couple of good tackles and stuff like that, which is kind of good to see as well.
Just as you were talking about McCarthy there. He won the ball there to set up this attack that we're currently on. That has Enda Stevens on the right wing at the moment. He's like,
Maybe he was dying to get involved in the action, decided to swap wings.
yeah. And
Darn, you
what
know.
I like is how high Matt Doherty is getting, and he seems comfortable in doing it with the no worry. Because as you can see there, James McCarthy's actually sitting back, so it's actually allowing him to cover then for Matt Doherty if he gets in the box. You can see there he's making a run into the box. It's that extra number. Our problem is our crossing. We can't beat the first
Yeah,
man.
it's been shocking.
I don't know, is there a stone in that football or something? But we just cannot get it higher than we need to. That's it. Now give it again.
Sometimes as well, maybe like Slovakians are prepared for that. Like that, we are looking a bit predictable. We're always just looking for the cross into the box from deep, so they can get
Mm.
the bodies back and they can easily
Oh, come
do it.
on,
Oh,
McLean! Oh, he defended it well there.
I
Oh,
thought he was going. I actually surprised the referee didn't blow for a free out there. I thought McLean or I don't know, was it McLean or whoever pushed their man over, but
he got a
that
knock
was
to
a
the
great.
eye
That
there.
was a great chance. That was definitely. Yeah, I thought he was going to give a free out there
That's
against
gone
McLean.
wide anyway.
Yeah, he kind of snatched that, but that's definitely the best chance of the game so far.
Yeah. Come on. James McCarthy again winning the ball back
Does
super.
very well there. Really stretched himself. Very committed there.
Pitch looks horrendous though in
It
terms of
looks
the
it
wobbles.
looks shocking. It's getting way worse as well. Like you dread to think like if this game goes to
Oh
extra
no.
time to stay at the pitch by then.
Well done, Robbo. Oh, lovely Callum
Brilliant.
Robinson.
Ah,
Oh,
lovely.
he's playing super as well. Oh, who was that? Howard giving the ball away in our own half.
Just very casual. It was pretty obvious the pass was going to give as well. They had it well covered. Interesting
Yeah.
choice as well from RT. No crowd fake or no fake crowd noise tonight.
Oh, get rid.
And then there's Duffy once again, the man well positioned to read it and defend it. I think he's been solid as a rock tonight. I think it's more like the old Shane Duffy we've seen from Ireland tonight compared to the last two games.
Yeah, number 4. You can't even see it because the mic. There we go.
I've gone for the old retro jersey back in the good days, and hopefully there'll be another good night tonight.
I got this from Shane's dad actually, who passed away.
All right.
He gave. Oh, get get out. Oh no.
Oh shit.
And away.
Oh no.
Keeper. Oh, well defended, Enda Stevens. Yeah, I got it from close call there. I got it from Brian. Obviously Shane Duffy's dad, who passed away there a few months back. He gave it to me around this time last year after we played Georgia. He
Is that
gave
the
me
game
this.
in Georgia?
Yeah,
All right.
in the Boris Pachadze Dynamo Stadium or
Yeah.
arena in Tbilisi.
Yeah, I was at that game myself actually.
Oh, there you go. So it's from that one. I think that was Johnny Egan hit the post in that game. For the header.
He did, and Duffy actually had a decent hitter at the end. Conley came on and looked lively the last 10, 15 minutes because it was just after his brace for Spurs against Brighton.
Couple of shouts for man of the match already. Mark Ward.
Yeah,
I think it's Mark
I think he's
Ward. It
been.
says Mark Ward, but I'm gonna say Mark.
All right, maybe
Shane
it's.
Duffy, man of the match already. Yeah, but there's been a few players that have started really brightly. I have to say McCarthy, Callum Robinson, Hendrick, and Shane Duffy have all started very good.
Stevens has grown into a bit in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Like he got a good interception and cut out their meaningful attack there in the last 2 or 3 minutes as well. Randolph has been quiet. He hasn't had much to do. Just obviously picked up that true ball from Hamsik that had too much on it. McGoldrick has been his usual self, working hard. Robinson has really impressed me. Like I said, McCarthy's doing a solid job. He's doing what he's there to do in midfield. Hendrick really getting forward, which is very good to see. We're seeing a lot more now of what we would like to say the old Jeff Hendrick. We haven't seen him this kind of heavily involved in the Ireland game in a long time.
Well, what I like is the fact that if Hendrick goes forward, Didsey drops into that number 10, and Hendrick
Yeah,
goes on beyond them when we're pressing, which hasn't been the case previously. That's Matt Doherty there, up number 11's arse there, and nearly gave away a foul. These are on the break here. Hopefully, one of our
they've
midfielders can
got
close
space.
these
So was,
down. Oh, well done, John Egan.
right.
Got his body in front.
Just they did have a good bit of an overlap in space on the right. They wanted to use it, but thankfully they didn't.
They're cutting right through the midfield area where well over there, where
Yeah,
Howrahan is. He's getting overrun completely. Whereas I think McCarthy has a certain job, and that's just to watch Hamsik. And Howrahan, he defensively bit suspect, decent on the ball a few times. He just needs to up it now. He's obviously on a yellow card. We can't afford for him to get a second yellow as well.
yeah, yellow card for nothing really, which makes it even more frustrating.
Lorcan O'Donnell actually just asked if we get any yellows. Just Conor Howrahan so far. I
Yeah,
don't think they've gotten any yet.
no,
I don't recall them getting any other yellows.
it's not been a feisty game of that nature anyway.
Yeah, I think it will be the longer it goes on though.
Yeah, it'll definitely get more cagey and nervy anyway.
Well done, Matt. You can see the foul again. Just someone that asked there, Sean Dunn, actually asking whereabouts are we from. I'm from Dublin, and Jer.
I'm from Roscommon, but I am watching the game in my house here in Santry in North Dublin.
Did you ever get that post?
Oh, I did, yeah. Sorry, I got it here yesterday. I'm having it just between work, so I got called over work between a late and an early this morning. I haven't even got around to opening it yet. Sorry.
Typical culture. Doesn't even say thanks.
I did. Well, if you give me a chance, I will. Cutting in straight like that.
No, you could have said it to me yesterday. You got it. I was worried about
You
did it
didn't have
come
to
or
go.
not.
You didn't have to go shame me now in public. Like that's bad form.
It was only messing.
That's a go. Oh, it's nearly a good ball from Doherty. Just Robinson couldn't get into it.
I
Oh,
forgot
not
that
mid.
you actually take that term seriously, which I
Goal
use it
trees.
very light. I use it very lightly.
Depends who you speak to now.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh,
save the
sorry. What was that?
we'll save the coaches debate for another day.
I love the cultures.
Actually, the two Johnny's podcasts and their Patreon one actually had a discussion on about cultures and townies and all that sort of name calling there last week.
Yeah, I've seen it. It was funny.
Surprised that they don't call themselves cultures because they come from towns, but I kind of agree with them. Like as they said, like at the end of the day, like there are, like you wouldn't call someone from Cork City or Galway City. I certainly wouldn't call them a culture anyway.
Yeah, I would if they started going, oh, you're a dub, this, that, and the other. But I just think it's
Yeah, I suppose like
I think it's banter.
it's
I
yeah,
don't
it's
say
an
it
easy
in a
way to get
hateful way.
yeah, it's a good way to kind of get back at them. Like, 'cause what else can you say? Like, oh, you're a city sticker. Like, it's not really going to hurt them. But anyway, we're getting away from what we're really mean here to talk about, and more promise and potential here for
Well
Ireland.
done,
Oh,
Enda.
that's
He ran it
can
in.
he go in the corner of it? Yes, he can.
Goal
That's good.
kick.
Oh, I think he's giving a free kick for handball.
It's either that or the goal kick.
Yeah, it's the Slovakian ball anyway, unfortunately. Not mad in their kit, to be honest. Don't like the different shades of the dark blue on it.
Yeah, it looks like camouflage, but like blue. That's our
Yeah.
our throw. The keeper kicked
It
it straight
looks
out.
like the equivalent of Liverpool's third kit, but just obviously with different shade of blue, like which is also, as a Liverpool fan, I will admit is absolutely atrocious.
Celtic Warrior there says he'd like to see Brady come on. I would too in the second half. I think he could be the difference. Because the delivery so far, sorry, has been so
Yeah.
poor that we could definitely use him if he's on top of his game.
The only thing we worry about Brady is like we've seen with the Finland game, he was shattered out on his feet at the end of that with the lack of football. He hasn't played that much football since. But like if you think the worst and think this game is going to go all the way to penalties, he is someone that you would like on the ends of the pitch or on the pitch at the end of the game because he is someone I would fancy take a penalty, given that he has taken a good few penalties for us down through the years.
Well, he took the most important one of recent times against France, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, McLean. He's capitalised on that. He's given it into Didsey in the box. Can he do anything with it?
Oh, not a
It's
bad
corner.
touch. Yeah.
Corner. Good
So I
play
thought it was
there by
decent.
McLean. Great hustler by
Yeah,
McLean. He won that, and we were straight on the counter. And he gave the ball first time to Dizzy. You'd think if someone like an Aaron Connolly was in there in that situation with closer control and a bit more speed, he might
yeah.
have killed them on the attack there.
Just thinking like this is probably our fourth or fifth corner. I don't think they've actually even had a corner yet.
No, I don't think they have either. But we've been playing super, I think.
Yeah,
At times, at spells, we've had spells of looking good. But I think that's again, that's what it'll come down to, whether we
it's
get the
I
win or not tonight. People will be saying, "Oh, we played
yeah.
super," and if we lose, people say, "Oh, well, Kenny's not good enough." And it's just stupid. Like, oh,
It's not bad delivery. Oh. I know we're only halfway there, but so far for me, this has probably been the best Irish way performance since well, possibly Leon in
George.
2016. Oh, geez, they're going to hit us here. Can we get the numbers back?
Who took that
Um,
corner? Well done, Hendrick. Oh, he's offside, coming back off an offside position. Oh, good save, Darren Randolph.
oh, great save.
He should be offside. I thought, anyway. When he touches the ball there, number 8. Darren produces
That's
a
a great
great
because
save.
that's going in. That just shows the quality and importance of a good goalkeeper. Quiet, have had very little to do for 45 minutes, and then shows great reflexes, great reaction, great flexibility, and just most importantly, brilliant concentration to be alert to get down for that save.
Yeah. James McCarthy actually took that corner.
That's just yeah.
I mean, that's what I was trying to say, but
I
they went
have
on the
I have
counter.
seen I have seen him take corners before though.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was close.
I think it's a free out anyway.
I think
But
it's
they
half
did.
time.
Oh, it
It's
is.
half
Yeah.
time.
Do the
The
tries
lad used
a
to play for used to play for Norwich.
Well, he tries a bicycle kick in the box. It goes just wide. They finished the half strongly. Darren Randolph had to make a save, probably the best chance of the game. And then from the resulting corner, they hit it wide for a bicycle kick. It's now half time, 0-0. And yeah, Jer, what have you made of the first half so far?
I was just actually going to say just before Slovakia broke for that counter attack from our last corner that McCarthy took that this has probably been the best Irish way performance since well you can take your pick Leon 2016 or that Vienna game later that year in 2016. It's been very, very good. It's been solid. It's been progression from the Nations League games. There's been positive. We've gone after the game. We've embraced it. We haven't kind of played for the draw and hold out for extra time or penalties. We're really going after this game, which is encouraging to see. We've had got ourselves in a couple of decent positions just in the final third again. I think just sometimes I think we're just looking for the safe option or we'll just get a player out in the space, out in the wing and space, they put a cross in. They're kind of starting to read that. But midfield, large has been pretty good. Defensively, Duffy, I think, has been excellent. Stevens and Egan are coming into it. And again, Darren Randolph, quiet for 45 minutes, but once again shows why he's such a reliable person between the sticks for Ireland.
Yeah, and this is the thing. People are like, "Oh, I'm worried about Darren Randolph." I watched him for Everton or against Everton last week in the Carabao Cup, and although he conceded a lot of goals, he was still very good personally and made really good saves. And if it wasn't for him, it could have been a lot worse in that game. I'm really not concerned about his sharpness now. I will be as the season goes on because the Carabao Cup, they're out of that cup
Yeah,
now. But up until this point, It's not really been a worry for me. We'll be interested to see whether Fabianski either gets injured or when January comes around, would he take a loan move to somewhere where he could probably play because he wants to be playing coming up to the Euros. Now, obviously, that will depend on the game next month, and I'm not jumping ahead, but it is something that he'll want to be having in the back of his mind anyway.
yeah. I think like obviously he'll always want to be playing anyway, but given the fact that if we get to major championship, he really wants to be sharp going into it. As I touched on, like sharpness for me wasn't an issue for this game because he's been playing week in, week out in the Carabao Cup for the last 3 weeks. As I touched on, West Ham are gone out of that now. So he's possibly going to be looking at barring injury until January in the FA Cup before he gets another run out with West Ham. But like he's built up a very good reputation for himself at championship level. He was Middlesbrough's player of the year. He had the most clean sheets 2 seasons ago. So I'd say like if he was willing and West Ham were willing to move out in January loan, there'd be championship clubs of high end promotion end that'd be willing to snap him up.
Yeah, I mean, look, you think when he played for Middlesbrough, he was the best keeper of the championship probably.
Yeah,
Um,
he was
and he
our
had a
best player.
record number of clean sheets. He won the Fans Player of the Year at Middlesbrough. He won the Fans Player of the Year for Ireland. He was superb, and that's why when he's wearing that yellow jersey, it just kind of reminded me of how good he was during the last Nations League under Martin O'Neill. how good he was in those games because he was
Yeah, and
wearing that
even
yellow jersey.
yeah, that Northern Ireland game as well, which was a friendly around that time as well. He was brilliant. He was an obvious candidate for our player of the year at that time.
Yeah, him and Shane Duffy. And that's been the kind of
Yeah,
tail of things, hasn't it, of recent years, is that the majority of the players have won the award has been Shane Duffy, I think twice, James McLean and Darren Randolph. And then Didsey just won it this year as a striker. So it was nice to
yeah.
actually get a striker win it.
Even if it wasn't for scoring loads of goals, but sure, look, we've gotten used to that for Ireland.
Yeah, but I thought what Didsey did for the team was he brought you know from where he came from absolute obscurity, having been in the squad, going away, not being heard of for a few years internationally, then to come back, win his spot back at Sheffield United, get them promoted, and what he did with Ireland, getting himself back in, and establish himself as the number 9.
Yeah, it's been a major transformation for in his career. Like he could have said, like his career at this time 2 years ago was on the brink of coming to an end. Like he'd been released by Ipswich. Sheffield United only took him on as a trialist, worked out for them, and obviously the rest is history. And yeah, like I know he came in for a while there under Martin Neal, scored a couple of goals against the USA, but he kind of looked like someone from an Ireland point of view that we kind of forgotten about and were willing to rest aside with him. But he's really kind of salvaged himself that way. And like I said, once he's fit, like he's almost a certainty to start. Like I know he doesn't get your goals, but that last campaign, like I just thought for his link up play, for his touch, for bringing players in, I just thought he was absolutely excellent. It was just like that Georgia game at home, like he was just so crucial that night. Like
Yeah, and he got a standing ovation from that
and rightly
game.
so, yeah.
So I think, and it showed because that's what we'd been looking for from our centre forwards for so long, was just someone who was able to make the ball stick for us and give us that extra couple of seconds just up in the opposition's half to allow our midfielders and wingers to get forward. Now I know Hendrick didn't really used to do it, but our wingers were getting further forward and be able to create chances for him then, which
Yeah,
should have been the case anyway. It should have been the case of when McGoldrick drops in, takes the ball, then Hendrick should be the one bombing on, getting into the box then, and then have maybe McGoldrick be the one that arrives late because he's after starting the attack by taking the ball in, giving it off, and then whichever one of our wingers. But again, a big problem has been beating the first man on crosses. Even I'm looking at
yeah,
Kenny
like
there, and they're
just
showing
there,
chances.
Robinson, yeah. Just another thing as well that I've noticed. Remember we touched on at the start the fog. Like it actually seemed to have lifted quite a good bit from the start of the game,
Mm.
which is obviously going to help the players in terms of their condition. Just also thinking like looking for attacking options like Aaron Connolly, like we probably would have expected to start. Adam Ida would have been someone who would have looked him off the bench. Again, I mentioned it for the day that's in it this day 5 years ago. Would you have faith and would you believe in that Shane Long could be a man to come off the bench? He is someone that I would be worried about in terms of sharpness. Like can't seem to get a kick. He couldn't even get on the Carabao Cup for them a couple of weeks ago for Southampton.
He's been in and out of the team. He hasn't been totally isolated like Michael Obafemi. He's played a little bit here and there. I think he'd be sharper than most. You got to remember, you know, Long's been doing this for a long time, where he's been injured in and out, in and out, in and out. So he'll be fairly used to this. So I don't see it being an issue. I think Shane Long, you've seen what he did when he came on against Bulgaria and he hassled, and with him and Robbie Brady, they were the reason we got back into the game and we got that goal in the end from their pressing from the front. So I wouldn't be surprised if Shane Long's just brought in to just stretch them, especially if we go a goal up. He'll just stretch them and they'll be a bit nervous of coming at us on the break, I think, because they'll have him to worry about then going the opposite
Yeah.
way. And because he's the only kind of pacey player we have in the team because Aaron Connolly's not in the squad anymore.
No, I was trying Maguire to be pacey enough.
He's not in the squad though.
Was he not in the squad?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, oh, then he definitely is the only one.
Alan Brown, he's
Not
not pacey.
he's not known for being pacey at all. He'd be someone you'd be looking for to come in for Jeff Hendrick or Conor Harahan, that kind of role for him. Like I know mixed the odd time, especially that Denmark game at home last year, he kind of seemed to start on the wing and he done all right. Like, but when the game is getting stretched, the legs are getting tired. He's not someone you'd be looking to try and take advantage of that.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but it's a shame that we don't have Ida or Connolly because, as you said, it's their pace that scares teams. Their youth, their um,
Their
no
fearlessness.
fear. Yeah,
Yeah, no fear. Like, yeah, it's a strange one though. With Well, I'm still surprised he hasn't got a little bit more game time in the championship in Norwich, considering they came off the bench and got the winner for them against Huddersfield in the open day. Now, possibly, I think the problem is that like they've started poorly, and maybe they're just too afraid to throw young players in. Where if they had a more of a winning environment, it could be a better place to bring them in.
Yeah, I'm just looking through some of the comments there.
And, I'm actually going to grab my charger because I'm only down as far as 34%, and I could do with using the toilet if you just want to go calling out the comments there for 2 minutes.
Yeah, no bother. Um, so John Glennon, I followed the Irish team since the Euro. I won't go near that. For now. Um, who's on? Who wants a shout out? Get your comments in, and we'll give you a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're supporting, whether it's Slovakia or Ireland. Hopefully, it's Ireland. And yeah, are you enjoying the game so far? How do you think we've been playing? 0-0, half time. I feel as though we've been playing quite well. Jerry's just gone for a little break because we can't do ad breaks here, unfortunately. But yeah, he's just gone for a little break and he'll be back soon. So get your comments in and I'll be sure to read them out. So, Kane says, give Sean Barrett a shout out. So there you go, Sean Barrett. There's a shout out for you. Yeah, Sean 1111 says London. Come on, you boys in green. That's what you love to hear. Jamie Jill says shout out. Shout out, Jamie. Anne Marie Car Darcy from Galway. Hon Ireland playing decent. Hon the boys in green. That's it. We have been playing well so far, and we're just lacking that goal. How many times do we say that being Ireland fans? But yeah, hopefully we can get something soon and maybe early into the second half here, so we have something to go with because we've been penetrating, but we're just lacking that kind of killer edge just to get that goal. That's just one thing we need really at this point, isn't it? Um, Owen Kelly, Keynes, yeah, good man. Scott Cooney, my gaff, come on, you boys in green. So guys, I have my cameras here and I'm watching the game there, so I have to turn to the computer which is here. So I'm reading the comments on this side. So just bear with me while I go through some of them for you. And Jared's just gone off there at the minute. Good half for the boys. We just need the final ball to come off. Yeah, I think the football we've been playing has been quite good so far. I can't complain with the football we've been playing. We've had tried to have a go, So I feel, yeah, you're right there. I think we are just one kind of final bit of the puzzle really to get that goal. I think it will come in the second half, but we need to score first. That's the main thing. The word I was looking for was transition. I worked with Kenny a few years ago. Top coach, give him time. Yeah, I'm all for giving him time. Do any stupid comments and will just be ignored. Donegal is the undefeated county. Fair play. Up Donegal. Hopefully he's get out of this lockdown soon, pandemic soon.
Like us
Please
all.
God. Yeah.
Lovely county, Donegal.
Kieran McCusker says we need a goal scorer. Yes, we do.
Yeah,
And I think we're all kind of a bit deprived because of the COVID.
yeah.
That our I think our biggest threat up front, Aaron Connolly, isn't playing, and I think we're really lacking him because I think there's a couple of things that he probably would have done similar to McLean and getting the ball, but I think he'd be more inclined to run at them than say McLean. It looks as though anytime McLean gets the ball, he wants to give it straight away instead of running with it a little bit more, which I know he's good at doing, but maybe he feels like he just hasn't got the legs to do it anymore. There's people tuning in from all over here, Jerry, Galway, Donegal, people across the world in
It's
LA,
great to see all the
Brazil.
cultures getting in there.
Cultures.
Anyone from Roscommon or anyone proud enough to say they're from Roscommon?
Would you be proud saying you're from there?
Absolutely. Just waiting for that day when we finally produce our first ever Ireland international. Well, we have it done with the women's team, Heather Payne, but on the men's team.
Yeah, you'd be doing well to do that anyway.
You never know. You just never know.
Well, we have one from Killy Beggs in Donegal.
Yeah. Donegal actually is a great tradition, in fairness, of producing Ireland internationals. I have to say, in fairness, to them, though.
Keepers.
Yeah, keepers, but even outfield players, Seamus Coleman, Gary Doherty. They're the only two that really spring to mind. But football is without a shadow of doubt easily the second biggest sport in the county, and it wouldn't actually be far off rivaling Gaelic football in certain parts of the county.
Yeah, Seamus Coleman's been the best player to come out of Ireland since the last 10 years or so. Anyway, so
Yeah,
um, you have to say that, like, and that's testament to the man, like what he's gone on to achieve in terms of where he came from to what he is.
yeah,
Hats off to him. What a player! He's probably my favorite player of all time in terms of Everton and Ireland. He's just probably my favorite player of all time.
I couldn't believe that he's only going to be 32 later this month. For some reason, in my head, I had like 34, 35. Like
That's the people.
I know he was late to burst onto the scene with Ireland. That's just more so due to management. But
Hmm.
like it does seem like as if he's been around forever since he burst onto the scene with Everton and got man of the match in his Premier League debut against Spurs, which is now almost touching 11 years ago.
Yeah, Trapattoni didn't want to play him for so long, even though he could have probably played him right wing. At the time, Seamus was playing right wing to cover Phil Neville. Actually, he did a
Yeah,
lot of Phil Neville's running. They actually had a funny kind of row on Twitter one day, and Coleman came out and says, "Yeah, I'm doing all your running," because Phil Neville was giving it the big one on Twitter, and they had a little spat. It was like a little joke thing, but I think it got a bit taken too far. I don't think Coleman's really been online since. I think he took a day out, or he took time away from Twitter and stuff like that. Now I know he has Instagram, but it's a private Instagram. You'd wonder now, kind of as the game goes on, is there room for someone like a Jack Byrne or someone like that to come on and make a difference in that midfield? If we're not getting, because someone's going to have to come on for Howard, whether it's Alan Brown or whether it's Jack or someone like that,
like
because he's got a yellow card, and I don't think he'll go on because we're going to need someone who will need to make fouls as well
yeah,
as McCarthy.
I think with the form that Jack Byrne has been of late, like I know it's only been League of Ireland, whatever else like that, but for me, gifted wise, ability wise, I think he is the most gifted midfielder Ireland have. And I think, as you I actually just kind of seemed to slip my mind the first half, but he is someone I think this game could be crying out for. And like, he can unlock a defence, he can kind of get in behind, make things happen. He could just be someone that could just get that ball in behind a tired defence and they mightn't be able to cover and get it back. And it's great to see Paul Tierney get in with a comment there. He should be
Kieran,
working. He should be working though. But sure, look, we're not going to criticise him. That's up to Super Value, and I'm not really.
don't say where it is. You'll rat him out.
I actually don't know where it is, so you're just as well worth. But it's good to see good stuff there, Paul.
Yeah, top man Paul Tierney and Kieran's in the comments there as well. Boxing Bands, hello, welcome to Boxing Bands, home of Irish boxing. Go and subscribe to Boxing Bands there if you're a boxing fan or you want to support Irish people. Get on there. Um, Sean Dunn asks, oh, hang on, just before we go into Sean's question. Jermwich is watching from Austria. Good man, Jermwich.
It's not too far from where the game is.
Yeah, we love actually the fact that people are tuning in from all over the world who can't watch it,
Yeah,
and they're watching it here with us. And this is the purpose of us doing this is to watch along with you guys, and obviously we'll be hoping that we'll be celebrating together as well very very soon. But Sean asked there what was the score we were kind of looking for. I predicted 1-0 Aaron Connolly to score. This was before I found out that he wasn't gonna be playing um about 2 hours ago. But I'm gonna stick with the 1-0. I'm gonna be optimistic. I like the way we've been playing. I feel like we just need a goal. That's unlucky there.
I would have said 1-0 before the game as well. Like Ireland never really win too many games of football by more than the odd goal. I was the same. I just had this positive vibe. I know you were saying like you really would like that goal for half time, but I still felt I know Slovakia had then a couple of chances for half time. I think Ireland will win into the break really confident and they'll be coming into the second half in a good place. They can kick on now from where they left off in that first half. I'd be confident enough that we can do. It was always going to be that type of game. Like there was never going to be more than an odd goal. And as we said, like pre-match, like you look at both teams' results and form of the last numerous years. There's literally nothing to pick between them. I think even the FIFA World Rankings it has Slovakia even only a place above us. Like so that really does just sum up how evenly matched these teams are.
Yeah. Just if anyone's watching the game, we've only got 17 likes and love hearts on these things. So get the likes in now if you're watching. Doesn't cost you anything to give it a like. Um,
And give a subscribe.
yeah,
McLean, that was really poor.
yeah. So just some Lorcan Donald had asked them what do you think of Shane Long?
Yeah, I touched on it there. I think, as we mentioned, like when the game is kind of maybe progressing along and legs might be giving up on certain players, you're looking for someone for pace. I think he's that perfect option in attack, and he's got experience as well. And I've always said Shane Long has always done his best work for Ireland. I think off the bench, like you think back to the Germany game, you think back to that Poland game as well, a couple of months before that in that campaign as well. Like he's always been a very, very good influence. And you touched on as well against Bulgaria as well. He had a good impact as well when he came off the bench in Sofia 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, I agree. With everything you said there about him. Just someone say there he's watching Thomas Nosrati is watching from New York, or else he's saying New York City. I'm not sure, but Kieran is just coming in with a nice comment there. Loving the pressing at the front from angles when Slovakia are playing out to force the long ball. Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing. People are whinging, oh, Kenny out after two preseason games, basically. Um, I'm really liking the way we're playing. Now, I would like to see us test ourselves against better opposition to see what we would be like. I know I'm not saying Slovakia are poor, but they're missing a lot of their key players. And that's what I'm saying. I would like to see a full strength Ireland team against a full strength Slovakian team, is what I'm basically saying. I've just probably gone a long way around it, but um, I just feel as though
Yeah.
this game, I think we should be winning. And I think if we do win it, people will say, oh, well, we should have won it anyway. And if we lose the game, they'll be saying that he's the worst manager in the world. But I can see improvements everywhere. I can see improvements in the way players are playing. Maybe not so much Connor Howard in this game, but for every other game, that was a nice turn there. We ended. He got a free kick.
Done very well because he kind of brought that situation upon himself. But just going back to the point that you made at the start of your there about fans calling for Kenny's head after 2 games. If anyone is genuinely calling for a manager's head after 2 games, they're not really a fan. They're not really football people. They haven't. You can't sack a manager after. And the games weren't that bad. And what do you expect? And like even still tonight, I know you're saying like, oh, they're missing their two best players. Should be beating these. We're still a team in transition. It's only your third game. Unlike club managers who get transition times, they get full weeks between games to work, to prepare and work with players. Again, as we touched on, because of the numerous players that are involved in Premier League match on Sunday, Ireland have probably only had one collective training session before today. So even if we lose today, like I still don't even think we should even be considering Stephen Kenny's head. Like for me, I think,
Oh!
oh,
Pinball there. Great ball whipped in by
yeah,
Connor Howard, and the ball kind of pinballs in around that box off one of their defenders and nearly goes in. It's gone out for the corner now. It's a header by Hamsik, nearly an own goal, just by the post.
it's a lovely
Oof.
header.
Yeah. He must have hit that spike at the top of his head. What a stupid looking haircut.
Yeah, it looks stupid. The mustache as well. I don't know what he was going for there.
Oh. Duffy just got a box in the face.
Is he? What's he? I thought for a second the referee was running in that he might have pointed to the spot.
He punches him in the face from what I
Uh,
see. Yeah.
knowing Shane Duffy, he'll be fine. Well, he did get a good clatter, all right, but it'll take a lot now to keep Shane Duffy down permanently.
Yeah, he kind of
Oh,
caught that.
he got. Never mind. I take back that. That was a proper full-on belt.
He kind of got the aftermath of it though. It wasn't a full
Yeah,
on like UFC type thing.
he made decent contact with him. But just going back to the Kenny situation, for me, like as in with any manager in the international circles, you have to give him at least 2 campaigns. Like when he's trying to bring through a lot of new players, trying to change our philosophy, how we play football, like it's going to take time and everything else like that. Like for me, by the end of qualifying for the 2024 Euros, if we haven't got to that, then I think maybe fair enough. But like, if anyone's seriously going to call in for his head again, like after the last 2 games tonight, then like I'm not going to bother entertaining and listening to you because like you're literally just not worth listening to.
Yeah. It's probably the same people that say that.
Well, the same people that probably give out under Trapp and Martin O'Neill and Roy and Mick McCarthy, like
Yeah, I wouldn't take much notice. Well done,
no.
clean, great ball winning again.
And
Those long
oh,
balls are too simple. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
just like there's
just a bit
easy
too.
to
And
read.
like, if you're going to do them as well, like you need to have plenty of bodies up there that you can get a second ball. Like as we showed there, like he was trying to ping a long ball to
Oh
Mahomes,
no.
he was completely isolated. I don't like how he
Oh,
said
he
that.
fell over. Happy
Oh,
days. Get it out of
I
there, McLean. Up the line if you can. Well played. Well done. There's nothing else he could have done there.
nah, just helps us get a bit of a shape and position back now when they try to get the ball back into our half,
Yeah. But see the fullback there, number two. McLean's not tracking him anymore.
which is unlike McLean not to work hard. In fairness, it's the one thing you're certain of him.
It's not that he's not working hard, but he just looks tired.
But he hasn't played that much football now. In fairness, he again has been mainly resorted to League Cup football for Stoke.
Oh, well done, Howard.
Who's that on co-com? Is that Jim Begley?
I have it turned off.
Yeah,
Oh, I can only hear you, Jay.
I have a very low, so I can just hear the lovely whispers of George Hammond in the back, but I can't actually make out. It's usually always Jim or Ronnie Whelan.
David Salter, he's always a big fan. Joins us usually. Hi gents. Historically, Big Jack had Iceland and Mick had the US Cup. The Kenny out narrative from Twitter warriors is from people who aren't fans. Come on, you boys in green.
It's a very,
That's
very good, very, very good point, actually.
It's probably the same people that don't like us that tune in just to tell us they don't like us.
But I think like the thing as well with Jack Gerrard, not even just that he had like the
Oh, well done.
the US Cup, like, and even with Mick McCarthy, like we knew we had the players. It was just a case of like finance, which that was shocking. It
Sorry,
was
Nick. Just in case anyone's wondering, to what happened was it we had the corner. They had a corner. Sorry, we defended it. And the ball came out wide right to their fullback, and he goes to hit it and smacks off his two ankles and goes out for a goal kick. We'll take that.
something you'd see on Sunday League football.
Yeah,
It ended up actually even hitting his standing foot. You just wonder. Remember there was a situation there as well where the Slovakian player kind of lost his footing as well with the ball. You just wonder how much actually is the pitch having an impact as well in them two situations with bobbles.
yeah. Well, they're starting to get a couple of corners now down this
Yeah,
end of the pitch.
last 2 or 3 minutes just starting to turn the screw a small bit.
They haven't made a whole lot work so far, but we'll be hoping that that stays the way.
No, but then the day our best chance has come through Marek Hamšík.
True.
He wouldn't have to worry about buying a pint in Dublin if that ball went in whenever he gets the opportunity to again.
He has good delivery, doesn't he? Well done, Duffy.
Yeah.
He's gone out for another corner.
Yeah.
This time it'll be whipped in from a left footer probably if Hamsik doesn't take it. He looks like he's running over to take it though. So yeah, it'll be an outswinger.
So they'll be looking to get this in around the penalty box or just beyond it, or the penalty spot. Sorry.
Get it away. A lot of people asking there how that wasn't a penalty on Shane Duffy, but yeah, I thought he did get
Yeah.
a dig in the head. I thought more should have been made about it. But someone just saying there that we've been good so far. Who's your man of the match so far, lads? Kieran.
My man of the match so far. At half time, I was at Callum Robinson, but the fact that we've been a little bit more under the cosh in these open 10 minutes, I'm going to go towards Shane Duffy so far.
I was actually going to say Shane Duffy as well. So
Yeah.
Shane Duffy's been great so far, but we need more from our attackers too. I feel as though Shane Long or someone like that or Robbie Brady might need to be introduced very soon because they're getting a lot of.
That's a poor corner. We should deal with that, and we do, thankfully.
The problem is that even if the corners are poor, they're still getting a lot of the ball.
Yeah.
Up in our end. Oh, what are you swinging at there? Well done, Shane or James McCarthy, I think it was.
Yeah, it was McCarthy, yeah. And away by Hendrick.
Yeah, we're too deep. We need to start getting out now. Now that they've got the ball back with their keeper, we need to get our shape back and try to get a hold on the ball now and just try and keep it in their half, or at least just kill their momentum for a little bit. The keeper looks like he's killing the momentum here anyway. He's slowing things right down. So come on, press. The lads look tired though, which is
Did
worrying after 16
even
minutes.
Duffy there
10
when
minutes.
yeah, even Duffy there when the camera zoomed into him in the second half there, or just for one of them corners there, he even looked a little bit kind of puffing and catching for air, like.
Well done, Egan. Okay, they have the ball in our half. They're coming out to the right wing at the moment. Just passing it around here. No, they're on the edge of our box. John Egan makes a great interception. Go on, John.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Break. Now we're on the break now with Hendrick. Someone's down there. I think it's Jeff Hendrick.
Callum Robinson has it.
Someone's down.
And yeah,
Oh, it's
we've
Matt
ended up.
Doherty, I think. Is it? No, James McCarthy. Hamstring, it looks like, or a groin injury. He'll probably be coming off.
Yeah, they were a good man to play 60 minutes, unfortunately, anyway.
And he looks like his hammer's gone.
Oh, interesting developments. Northern Ireland have equalised, Niall McGinn. So it's 1-1 between themselves and Bosnia now. So that one also looks like it could be heading for extra time. Who would you like to see come on for McCarthy if it looks like he make way? I suppose
Malumbi.
Jack.
Just
Yeah,
for the
or
energy. Just for the energy.
yeah,
Because
Josh.
he's the only one that could kind of play that box to box. Like, McCarthy hasn't been playing box to box role, but Malumbi will play it well. I might swap them with Howard and let Howard do the sitting job. But like, he's no guarantee he will go off. But I don't know what Hamshick's saying to him. Maybe he booted him, but he looks to be holding the hamstring. Oh, they went up for a tussle here in the air. Oh, I think it's the way he landed. Oh, that looks bad.
Oh,
Brady.
yeah.
He's just
He's
doing a
gonna
little bit
just
of
try and
jogging on the
walk.
side.
Yeah, just trying to walk back. I can't see him. I think if we get another 10 minutes out of him doing well, like you've seen it yourself in the Premier League with Crystal Palace, he never really kind of finishes out the 60 minutes. Is he still on loan with Palace, or have they made that permanent now?
Oh, he's permanent. Yeah, he was
Oh yeah.
permanent. He was permanent from the when he first went.
All right.
He was never on loan. Go on, Dizzy. Go on, Dizzy. You're in the box there. Take it down.
Done really
Oh,
well.
that was horrendous. He was offside anyway.
Offside. Yeah, it's probably just as well from McCarthy's point of view that it is a move. It's very hard for him to get back into the Everton team anyway if he was on loan.
No. Marco Silva didn't fancy him, sold him. Yeah, he's a good bit. Yeah, it was quite tight.
Of course, I had to wait until the play broke up before they could.
McCarthy's back on there, but he's still holding the back of his leg. Someone's coming on. Double substitution here now. Brady's on
Brady's,
for
yeah,
McLean, and Alan Brown's coming on.
who has a nice set of hair on him, head of hair on him.
McCarthy, I think, is coming off now for Alan Brown. So,
Yeah,
or Callum Robinson.
had gone quiet in the second half. It doesn't seem.
Who is he taking off?
I didn't.
Oh, it is McCarthy. It's McCarthy for Brown and
McLean?
Brady for McLean.
Oh yeah,
Because Callum Robinson was coming over. I don't know what he was. It looked
yeah.
like he
So I
was
wonder
coming
why.
off. So Robbie Brady's on now, and so is Alan Brown. So probably the right time to get some fresh legs on anyway.
Yeah,
McLean looked as unfit as I've ever seen.
yeah. I just think the lack of regular football. McCarthy, like we always probably knew he wasn't going to get the full 90 out of him, but I think it's disappointing that we didn't maybe get closer to the 70-minute mark of him. But still a good contribution from him for the 60 minutes he was on the pitch.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get what's his name on Shane Long on for maybe Didsy in about 20 more minutes.
Yeah. And if
There
you
it
can,
is.
if we're heading into that territory, if you could save 2 subs in for extra time, that'd be really nice. I presume subs can carry through to extra time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And it's 5 subs, so we still have 3 more.
yeah,
So it could be a squad based performance rather than an individual, if you know what I mean. We could be relying on players to come on and really make the impact. So it might not be a goal scorer who's on the pitch now who will score, hopefully, the goal that we need. Or 2.
wouldn't it be just nice?
Jeff, you need to be. You can see Jeff, he is trying to do things, but there's times where you kind of question his decision making on areas in the pitch in which to do them things. Like, now he has a free ball. Now that's what I want to
Yeah,
see from.
just sometimes simple looks better. I think the first time there, he tried to be fancy, tried to get over your man, gain a couple of yards, but maybe sometimes just taking the ball down and assessing your options, like he did the second time. And look, now we're on the attack and we've got a free kick and we're in it high enough up in their half. Just gone back again to Hendrick.
Oh, Hendrick, what are you doing?
Hendrick.
What are you doing? Enough bodies back, hopefully.
Yeah,
Get out to him. Well over, well wide.
yeah, it
Just
wasn't
said Jeff Hendrick lost the ball in our half. I gave it straight to them. They went on the counter, went down the other end, crossed the ball into the box, headed away by I think it was no, so he wasn't. It was one of their players. Heads it back to their midfielder who strikes well, shanks it well wide of the post. But again, they've had 6 attempts and we've had 5 now. So we need to start getting a bit of a foothold on the game because nothing's really coming off for us now, and they're starting to really get momentum here. Ender could have got a yellow for that now. I think he might get a yellow when the play stops. So, yeah, the ball's in their half now. They seem quite happy to slow it down whenever they want to as well. They seem to be
yeah.
dictating the pace of the game. When they want to dictate the tempo, they can. They can, quicken the tempo, or they can slow it right down. Oh, well done. Get your tackle. Someone's taking it in the nuts there. I think it's Howard. Oh,
Still could be alive here. It's dangerous ball.
you say what people say what they want about Robbie Brady, but he's still every time he comes on lately, he still looks sharp.
Did you wonder just then what's the situation with Burnley that he's very much struggling for game time there then? And a team that's struggling big time, and it's not as if they invested much in the summer.
He had been injured. He had a rib injury or something. Sean Dyche had said. I think Howard took one in the nuts there.
Yeah, good judging by the way his hand is rubbing his part of the body as well would suggest that. But he's back up on his feet like a good man should be.
Why is everyone in the comments saying it's 1-1? I don't know where they're
Unless
talking about. Northern Ireland or
Northern
Bosnia.
Ireland and Bosnia is, unless we're all a couple of minutes behind.
On RTE, I don't think so.
I highly doubt it. Again, it could be just a bit of a wind up. Not like I'm checking flash score on my phone here and saying it all. Like so, I think it's a few people trying to be a bit smart and catch us out. Be interesting to see actually if anyone's watching Sky Sports is
Oh,
saying
someone
instead of
said there. Someone asked about Northern Ireland, so that's what it was. Because
uh,
I hadn't been keeping an eye on the comments, so sorry about that, guys. But we are trying to focus, obviously, on the game while it's on.
just saying if anyone actually is watching the commentary on Sky Sports as opposed to RT, be interesting to see is Mick McCarthy back on commentary duty again tonight.
Let the man know.
It was John O'Shea that done the Finland game now for them, so maybe they might have gone with him considering this was the game that Mick was meant to be in charge for back in March. So it would be a bit awkward for Mick if he was putting commentary duty for this game. And I think it'd be unfair on him as well, in fairness.
Bit of a different camera angle there. It's nice. Gives you a better view of the pitch.
Yeah. Don't know what brought it about, but looks like it's here to stay
This
for a
is a
while.
good little pattern of play right here, but
Yeah.
it's fizzling out again because no one's showing for the ball. But we're keeping the ball, which is good because that'll tire them out then. Didzy's
Yeah.
really deep here, getting it from our
So
own half.
we went a good passage to play there without even stringing a couple of passes together and getting a feel for it. As you said, like they were keeping the ball and just kind of slowing it down to dictating the game a little bit. So it's nice that the ball is back on our court then, but we've just given it away again.
I have to say that I can't be too critical of anyone's performance. No one's been brutal.
No,
Everyone's played, in my opinion, a decent game. Like if I was to be
no,
rating them right now, everyone's
no one has shied away or hasn't looked interested or doesn't look like they're up for the fight. Everyone's willing to pull together and trying their best out there. I know there's been a couple of times like Hendrick might give the ball away a bit, Harahan, but like there's always been a good idea behind it. Like there has been maybe an odd stoppy pass, but you're going to get that. Like
yeah,
that's what as Roy Keane might say, maybe a bit sloppy, but sure, look.
yeah. But see, I'd probably say Shane Duffy's probably been
Good
about
pressure
a
there from
seven,
Robbie Brady.
and yeah, Shane Duffy's probably been about a 7. I'd probably give everyone else probably around maybe a 6.
Yeah,
Robinson maybe 6.5. But other than that, I think that would be a fair reflection on the game.
yeah. They haven't made any substitutions yet, which is a bit strange. But I presume that I expect that would change probably in the
Oh,
side.
did he?
Did see. You can
Shove
come
or
out. You can come out with it now. Just looking for options. Carry that a long way.
yeah, it's
Getting very.
no one gave
Yeah.
him an option. He did the right thing, I think. Well
He can
done.
only
He
take
wins it.
He can only take it so far. He was near the halfway line anyway. Like
I
he was in
botched.
this. He was in the situation. If he kept dribbling and then lost the ball, we were going to be snookered. Like for him to call out
Howard's
position.
playing shocking the second half.
Yeah, it's just in general, we haven't had a much of a kind of a hold on possession as the first half. We've done more kind of chasing, as you would kind of expect for an away team. You just hope that that first half wasn't our purple patch.
Thomas knows right. He agrees with us. This is all round. It's been a good team performance, but I just
Yeah,
think Howard needs to just start getting on top of things. He's just not. Oh, well done, Robinson. Lovely feet there.
lovely feet,
Oh yes. Now
great
get
ball.
him.
That's what you want now. Come on, lads, bursting
Well
themselves getting in there.
done. Now cut back on
That's
your
it,
left
Darla.
foot and whip that
Yeah.
in. Oh, he did exactly what we asked. Was it? Oh, Jesus, Duffy
Ooh,
kicked to the head.
that could even be a yellow card.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was very high. And no need for it either. I have to say, in fairness. Don't know why the camera zoomed in there on Conor Harahan. It's as if he got the yellow card.
They're probably saying that he's been sloppy up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this ref anyway. Meza Ozil eyes on him.
It's not too many refs I like anyway. Yeah, I don't know really what Duffy was doing, jumping in like that. And then,
Good on
we're
that.
back in the position.
Oh, there was no need to cut back in there. He could have
No,
kept going.
kept going, kept the drive and run going.
Oh lads, this is
So it slowed things down and kind of killed momentum by him cutting back in. Like,
Duffy. Stand him up. Well done.
uh,
It's night and day between Duffy a month ago and now, isn't it?
yeah, just in a couple of games with Celtic has really done well for him.
It's quality. But see there, just a couple of times, just I don't know what it is about our players. They just keep killing our momentum. When Doherty's bombing forward, he gives the ball and he goes beyond them. Our players turn back into danger.
Yeah,
He doesn't give the ball to people necessarily, unless they can turn. I find, but it's like they're afraid to know that they're allowed to turn. Look, he's on the ball
we got-
again now. He gets it,
yeah.
and he's supplying us
Good
well on
ball into
attacks.
feet to McGoldrick, who holds up really well.
Oh yes,
If he can
yeah,
get more
brilliant,
support,
Dipsy. Go
that's
on.
fantastic. Considering the
Go
lack
on.
of support he had. Again,
Great ball, Ender. Alan Brown.
one.
Oh, just one. Keeper makes a
Oh,
brilliant save, and it goes wide. Great play there by David
definitely the
McGoldrick
best
and
chance
Enda
of the game.
Stevens. Great ball. Great pick out by Enda
Brilliant.
Stevens. Good save.
Done everything right, Brown. Took a touch, took a moment to compose himself, but just he wouldn't be the most comfortable, I suppose, in front of goal.
Maybe
But look,
across the keeper.
we have a corner, so look, chance is not gone yet. But something for us definitely to build on now in the second half because we haven't really done much in the second half up until yet.
Yeah. Well, hopefully now the momentum will gather in our favour. But again, that was Matt Doherty who started that counter attack. Brilliant play
Yeah,
by David McGoldrick, and Enda Stevens from the edge of the box picks out an absolutely lovely ball. Here's a corner in.
it's not a bad delivery.
Oh, Hendrick, what are you doing?
Absolutely shinned that.
It was free out anyway. I think he was
Something-
just kicking the ball away because just to get everyone back. Maybe I'm making excuses. Yeah, it's a free out.
Yeah, Duffy on the defender that cleared it.
I just hope if Stephen Kenny, you just look at him, you just want him to get a win.
Yeah, just to ease like literally because if we win this game, we lose the next two games, no one's going to care. Like,
Yeah.
but I think to be honest, like even if we didn't win tonight, like the next two games for me don't have to be seen as a golden opportunity to get the players together and work on things for the final and against Bosnia or Northern Ireland, as opposed to right, let's try and get back on track in the Nations League, which would be great. But it's a good chance we have a collective week together now to work on things.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think prioritising a competition, a European competition that will be watched, give it out to Doherty and get at these. Come on.
Quickly. Again, Hendrick needs to play that ball with
Yes,
more
Doherty,
pace.
give it again. Oh, that's a good ball. Keeper's ball. Well done, keeper. That's a good play again by Doherty.
Yeah,
Just great ball
the way-
carrier.
Yeah, just the only thing I'd say about Hendrick, the ball into starting, like he should have played a bit more pace for something for Doherty to run onto. By the time it gets to Doherty, like it's like as if Doherty has to come over towards like just kind of when there's so much space in front of him, give it for him to run onto and just kind of keeps that momentum going and such instead of Doherty having to stop his run and stuff like just simple little things like that. Now it worked out grand and fine in the end. We got ourselves in a position where we put a ball into the box and just obviously let us down as our person has done a little bit. But Brady just started to come into and just in general just to come into the game. They took a while to feed their way into it.
Yeah,
Doherty really
just as you were saying there, but oh, look at this by Matt Doherty.
this is
Oh,
brilliant. He's
man.
really grown into that. He's really starting to take the game by the scruff of the neck himself, Doherty.
But just as you gave out about Jeff Hendrick not giving the ball pace, he went. Oh my God,
Shocking. Who was that?
that was Hendrick. But I was just going to compliment him because just before that, he had given the ball out with pace out to Doherty, and the Doherty was able to go on one of those runs which we know him very well for doing for Wolves. Has been doing them a few times now in the last 5 minutes and really starting to get at these Slovakia teams. They're making a sub now. They're bringing on their number 7. Haraslin is coming on for
Yeah.
Mihalik. But yeah,
He's he's a good touch for a goal, this fella. I think he got 2 goals in the last campaign, so he could carry a threat for them. I'm still surprised they haven't brought on that young lad from Feyenoord.
Yeah, but they're probably waiting to see, or he might not. He might not be playing as much
Mightn't be, yeah.
for I haven't
He's
been.
only he's only started one game for them this season, but he did start their last well, not their last Nations League game, but he started a Nations League game against Czech Republic and was one of their main in qualifying.
Yeah, people are in the comments just there saying we're getting at them down the right hand side, which is true. Maybe need a little bit more from the left, but we can't really say too much because Enda Stevens did set up that attack there, or that chance there a few minutes ago. Well done, Enda. He's been defending very well here as well. I think he deserves a good mention too. He's been solid. A lot of people slate his performances for Ireland. Stevens, I feel like he's.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that he has.
He's after touching that. Oh no. Oh, well done, Shane Duffy.
Oh my God!
Off the line. Jesus Christ Almighty. That came from Matt Doherty's
a touch of luck. Yeah, just never got underneath to Doherty. Brilliant position from Shane Duffy, and just thankfully that your man. The only space that he found to get a shot off was thankfully where Shane Duffy was, but that was a nervy moment.
And it lands back in Darren Randolph's hands. So it is still 0-0.
Great flexibility from Duffy. He had to really stretch himself. It wasn't as if it just landed on him. He showed great athleticism to get across that there.
It's like Richie Dunn against Russia.
Yeah.
But just goes to show you in the blink of an eye if we're not careful. Give it out to Egan.
Yeah, I think both teams were feeling now the last 10 or 15 minutes with the chances the both teams great. This game is there for either one to win. Like
it's all about the first goal, I think.
Yeah.
Well done. Come on, Ireland. Great play. And Stevens again.
Go
on, touch in. What's going on? Everyone's falling over. He's giving a free out.
Again, I think he should have switched that over to the right instead of going to the left.
What about
was it Brown?
There?
It was just Doherty. He should have switched over to Doherty initially.
Oh my God, that is a soft foul. It's for Brady touching his arm, and he fell.
I was just saying when Stevens was making that run, like he played the ball to his left, Doherty was coming in over the right in a good bit of space. He should have played over to him first time.
Yeah. But what about that interplay just before that? Stevens and the midfield there, and then Didsey and Stevens again. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent football.
The way Didsey is playing, I wouldn't want to take him off.
Yeah, you just want someone pacey up beside him. Well done.
Yeah.
Second ball, drop it off, and go. Carry it out that way. What are you giving there, ref? Are you giving a free kick or what are you doing?
Camera angles left him.
Bug-eyed fool, that ref. So he boots Alan Brown there.
I think he's given a free. He couldn't book Alan Brown, surely. Yeah, he's given
We're back in possession with Egan at the back here. On to Howrahan. This is our commentary debut, pretty much, Jer.
It's going quite smoothly.
Yeah, I've never done it before. So we don't watch alongs, but about other teams and talk
about the Premier League, but we wouldn't be as invested in that.
We can actually get excited watching these games.
Yeah.
That's it, Egan. Yeah. Oh no.
get back, lads.
Duffy's got this.
Yeah, all day
Never,
long.
never
They
let
just
him down.
try they try to force it too quickly anyway, so it just suits us perfectly.
I have to say though, Duffy's been immense.
Ah, yeah, I
Been
think he's been the best.
absolutely immense.
Yeah,
And that goal line clearance,
just sums them all up. Like,
great ball, Howard. Sorry. See, I think with one of their subs there, they're after cutting off the supply to Doherty there. They recognised that he was starting to get more into it.
yeah, I think that there would have been a player that would have been targeting before a ball was kicked anyway.
Well, you want to hope that Enda Stevens can get on the ball.
Yeah,
Callum Robinson's switched to the left and Brady's put on the right now, by the way. It's interesting though because people say that Robinson hasn't been that good or whatever, but a lot of our key moments has been on the sides that he's been on, where it was on the right side in the first half or the left side. Now a couple of times Enda's gotten
a
in
lot, a
there.
lot, a lot of the first half attacks down the left went through him or through
Yeah,
the right. Sorry, on the right. Sorry, he switched over to the left.
I like the fact that Randolph is not afraid to go long when we need him to go long.
Yeah, just give away a free though, unfortunately. But it does look like as if we're going to be strapping ourselves in for another 30 minutes, unfortunately, because I'm getting really hungry. Didn't plan for this.
Yeah, same. Uh, some strange people can't read that it says 0-0 underneath our faces there. They're asking in the comments, "What's the score?" It says it there in white writing. How much more clear as day you want it to be. Oh, Duffy in there again.
I
He
think
is
it's just
playing
people.
out of his skin. His dad would be so proud of him tonight. That's it, Robbo.
Leon Robinson. Oh, nice.
Egan's out of position. Come on. Cover in. Oh, well done. Is that Alan Brown? I think it is. That's it. Didzy getting us out of a
On
hole
Ditsy.
here. Carrying the ball very well.
Ah, this is brilliant from Ditsy.
Yeah, well done.
It's just
Slow the
just
game
a
back a
just a
little bit.
solid typical Ditsy performance. Just he really does look comfortable on the ball.
Yeah. Look at Egan. He's beside you there. But the thing about Didzy is we don't have that with anybody else. That strength, that composure,
Yeah,
and just the
that
quick feet.
that touch even like
Yeah, he's very underrated. I think. Great
I
ball,
think so.
Howard in. Oh, lucky. Tried to. I think it was Robinson tried to play in McGoldrick and it was intercepted, but it was a good
Yeah,
idea. I think he would have been in otherwise. Oh, Duffy's at
should
the.
have discovered. Oh, Duffy. Oh, lunged in and got caught out.
Okay, well, we've got bodies back though, and they don't have that many forward. Need to pull across here. They've got the ball on the right hand wing. Their winger's about to cross it in, or their fullback, and it's cleared by Egan. Robinson does well, and they get your body in front of it. They're still on the attack here. Come on, get to him. It's on the right wing at the moment. Their fullback has got it. Or their winger now, sorry. And they're just going backwards with it now. And it's gone out for the goal kick.
Yeah,
So Darren Randolph has about
never
80 minutes played so far, if anyone's wondering.
they never look like doing much anyway.
A couple people are asking what's the minutes. It's the 80th minute. I think we could probably do with another sub to come on now soon. Like Stephen Kenny's telling John Egan doesn't need to be so high there. You've probably seen that on the screen. And David Salter says, I reckon Didzy has got the best first touch since Big Niall Quinn. Maybe.
Yeah, hopefully you
Myself
can
and
get.
Jerry probably weren't old enough to appreciate Niall Quinn in terms of his touch and stuff like that, but obviously watching replays and stuff, I obviously
Yeah,
remember the knockdown to Robbie
Robbie
Keane.
Keane. Yeah, big time.
But now we'd be old enough to appreciate Didzy, you know?
Yeah, just hopefully you can maybe start adding a few more goals like Quinn did.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the thing is, I
He's
think
another contender. He'd be another contender for man of the match tonight, actually.
yeah, but I don't think anyone's getting ahead of Duffy.
No,
The icing on the cake, there was nothing in that foul. The icing on
well,
the cake would be a goal for him.
which I wouldn't rule out given his track record, and he is our most prolific goal scorer as well, which sounds strange for a centre back.
We've committed a lot of fouls, 15
Yeah,
to 8.
but as you said, this referee does seem to be a bit narky, so
Oh,
he's giving free kicks for nothing.
He's
Get out
playing the
some.
ball away around well here, and we are looking all over the place. Doherty, Duffy heads away. How many
Well
times
done.
have we been saying that? Oh, Hamshik's. Oh, Duffy again.
Brilliant way he read that, get across to it, like was
Yeah.
superb.
Robbie Brady done really well to keep that in and knock it up the pitch.
Yeah,
Gets back
give
in
us a
there half.
chance. Give us a chance just to compose and get our shape back again a little bit.
Yeah, regroup.
Yeah.
I have to say, as far as 0-0 go, it's been entertaining. Entertaining. But my heartstrings are not doing very good at the moment because every
No.
time they get in behind, my I get that sinking feeling in my stomach every time.
Yeah, like for 0-0, it's actually been a decent game of football. It's actually had a good bit of, a decent bit of bite to it. But yeah, like as we edge close towards the 90, you are kind of starting to get a little bit more nervous. Although my stomach is largely rumbling, also largely due to hunger as well. So that could play a factor as well.
Yeah, well, if we win, you can get a nice big chipper. Oh, get it out. Second ball. Oh, they kicked each other.
I'd
Beautiful.
love a nice creamy pint of Guinness, but that's not possible.
Depends on who you know.
Well, it cuts the book in somewhere for outdoor seating, but I don't fancy that at 10 o'clock on an October night.
Mm. Well, just as you're saying there, Hamshik went to give a ball and it ran straight out of play. It's back
Yeah,
to
he's done
Callum
that. He's done
Randolph.
that. He's done that a few times. He's overcooked a few. He's always the player that's looking to make things happen for them, but his execution sometimes hasn't lived up.
Duffy's got the ball, gives it out to Matt Doherty at right back. He cuts inside, opens a bit of space, but then there's no one there to receive it. So it's gone back to John Egan now, who's carrying it out from centre back.
And it looks like the same thing's going to happen again. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Egan looks quite frustrated.
Now look, Howard should be looking for that
Yeah,
when he
look at him. He's
gets
in
it.
acres of space.
He just looks to be looking to lump it every time he gets it.
Yeah, or just to slow it down, like playing this around like this, like.
Back to the keeper now. Back to Randolph. Out to Duffy.
And the cycle starts again.
And he's trying to carry it out,
Yeah,
penetrate between the legs. Great ball, Shane
great
Duffy.
ball.
And
No
Dudsy's
better
in a
man
lot
to
of
give it
space.
to.
Give it. Give it. What a run.
Go on, go on,
Oh, Conor Robinson.
go on.
He squares it.
Go on.
Oh, Conor Howden.
Oh, Harahan blocked off the line, and then the header from was it Brown into the goalkeeper's hands.
Oh my god.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was a golden chance.
What a bit of play there by Dizzy.
Oh, it's brilliant. I thought Robinson just overcooked it, but he done really well to compose it after probably taking it too far past the keeper.
Yeah, I thought he was going to round the keeper to be honest,
Yeah.
but the angle was against him, you know.
Handshake is down, holding his ankle. Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
just
he
shown
does
really
really well to
Disney does
squeeze it to him.
superb.
Good.
Yeah, it was just going away from Robinson. Robinson does superb, and like,
Alan Brown actually done really well to give it to Howard in the first place.
yeah, like Alan Brown easily could have shot. I think Harahan,
They're making a double sub now.
yeah, I think Harahan had more time. He could have done better with that. Like, it was not like your man for Slovakia, like that where Shane Duffy was literally the only spot he could get to because Randolph was all over him. I think Brown, like, or Harahan hit that into the corner. That's in the net, like. But they did have two players in the line, so give them credit for getting back and addressing the situation.
Yeah, but we're getting closer. It would
Yeah.
seem. So they're after bringing on two players there. Yeah, but great bit of play by Didzy there, just to because
He's been absolutely superb with that tonight. Just his trickery and even taking on. Yeah, Brown done the right thing and squaring it. Just looking at that angle from the replay, he wouldn't have got that shot off.
Yeah, I think Howard might have been thinking that he couldn't see over his shoulder there to see if he could maybe
Yeah.
run to his left foot, and then he probably would have scored. But he probably felt like he had to take it first time, which you can understand.
And there's no doubt, even though he is a professional footballer, I'm pretty sure the adrenaline was pumping when that ball came to him. So you do forgive him too. The inner fan would have came out.
Yeah, but I just want to go back to the fact that we were kind of talking about the fact that we were playing from the back, and then all of a sudden Shane Duffy hits the ball into Didsy, and he runs at them, and all of a sudden we're in. So there's signs for me that what Kenny's trying to work on is working.
But I wouldn't even say it was a long ball from Duffy. I think like Duffy looked up and
he picked him out. Yeah.
Yeah, he picked him out. Like that was. It wasn't just a whole football forward. And like as I said, no better man to give it to Ditsy because it's safe that he'll look after it and he'll take control of it and won't get away from. Like, but it was good to see because like we have been just passing around for the sake
For the
of about
sake of it, yeah.
went back to Darren Duff again, and then Duffy, as you said, he came out right, had a look up right. Let's just make something happen because we're going nowhere. This and you almost got the moment that we've been praying for the last 87 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And we're defending in our half now.
Mm. I think,
Looking
in
quite.
fairness, like it's a situation. I don't think either team, actually, in fairness, deserves to lose. I think, in fairness to Slovakia, they've played well. They've had a good goal. They've had their chances. Like, it's lived up to the billing, as we said earlier, that these are two fairly evenly matched teams. And there's
Well done,
Duffy,
Shane Duffy.
brilliant
Saved it
again.
again. Brilliant.
And
Absolute.
he had to regain his composure as well because he just lost his footing for a second too.
Now give it up there to the right hand side. There's a good bit of space. End of
There's plenty.
Stevens
There's
gives it
plenty of
to John
space.
Egan. To Hendrick, who receives it in that deep line midfield area. Out to Matt Doherty. Great ball. Matt Doherty picks out Robbie Brady,
Give it back
who
to him
gets
again.
intercepted.
Again, Doherty gone off, expecting the overturn. Brady has to get out of his feet quicker. Again, Brady decides to turn back. If he just plays out in space again for Doherty to go on to, he wouldn't have got himself in that situation. Instead of, as we've seen with a couple of Irish players tonight, they just have this habit of turning back in.
Oh,
It has to be
well
very,
wide.
has to be very frustrating for Matt Doherty.
Sorry, there's a lot of comments there coming in.
Just looking at the scores in the other games, it's still 1-1 between Bosnia and Northern Ireland, and Scotland and Israel is 0-0, and Norway and Serbia is 1-1, and Bulgaria are getting well beaten by Hungary 3-1. But as we did touch on earlier, Hungary were in Slovakia's group, and they're not a bad side.
Yeah, just David Salter there coming in with some very good points. Imagine Aaron Connolly against the high
Yeah,
line there. I said that earlier, like it would be brilliant. But it looks like we're going to be going to extra time here, and if not, I hope we could score. But these are dangerous now, and these are the ones in our half pressing us back.
yeah. You imagine it'd be just a standard 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes injury time. There wasn't, apart from stoppage in or substitutions, there hasn't been many stoppages in the half.
Our ball,
E-
goal kick.
Even like when Hamsik went down, Duffy went down, McCarthy went down, didn't actually hold up that much time. So you probably are looking at 3 minutes.
Yeah, just looking at the numbers that are on at the moment there, there's 139
It's great to see.
people watching, which
Keep,
is
keep
double.
it up. Get
Which
your
is,
likes in, get your subscribes in if you haven't already. Get your comments in. It's all good. It all helps boost us up.
yeah, we're coming into the 90th minute now. They are on the attack. Around our box, but they're not in the box. They've got it out in the left wing now. Hamsik crosses across, finds their fullback,
Cross through the ball, yeah.
and the Stevens clears.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious what he's going to do is trying to hit that ball across the face of the
Three,
goal.
3 minutes, we're
3 minutes,
all right.
yeah.
Let's get on the ball, Callum. That's it. Hold it up, Dids. Who's gonna get beyond them now?
Oh, that's a free kick, surely.
He done well. Did he take it again into space? Carry, go.
That's
Who
it.
is there?
Hey, Hendrick. Oh, just burst too soon for him. Go on, Duffy, carry it forward.
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
Well done, Duffy. Now Matt,
well
go
done,
on,
well
run
done,
at them,
Brady.
run at them. He goes for the ball in. There's nobody there. It's our throw in their half on the left hand side.
Yeah, good position.
Close to the
Get,
corner
have
flag.
to get into Stephen, surely. Oh, no.
Colin Robinson will want this. What foot is Alan Brown? Is he right foot? Oh, whip. Oh, what happened there? Oh, he's telling him to get up. Thought he might have given a pen.
Fair look at if there is anything in it, but I don't think there will be, unfortunately.
We need to be careful though. There's Hampshire.
Yeah,
Still
as much as
very
we're
good.
going, as much as we're going for, it, you have to be careful at the other end.
Come on, lads. Oh, Jesus. That's Fred.
Yeah,
They took a shot from a good bit out. Dan Randolph saves and he's just kind of fixing his sock and wasting a bit of time here.
yeah, I think
Probably
he's
settle for the extra time.
yeah
Now.
set for the. But we touched on there like big improvements from the two games in November or September.
Oh, huge.
Yeah,
I cannot fault this performance.
yeah, you could.
To a man. I cannot.
You can really see from science from what we are aiming to get out of Stephen Kenny. Like this is even if the result doesn't go away from here on, and this is a performance that you can definitely build on and show an identity as in where we're trying to go under Stephen Kenny.
Yeah, Howard, I think we should be getting him off for extra time, just purely the fact that he has a yellow. Robbie Brady,
Go on.
wide.
Team of ever. The only thing with Hurahan is, as we touched on, we are a team that do like to get out goals from set pieces. He can be that man by that delivery. Now Brady is on the pitch. He is known for whipping a good delivery too, and as you did touch on, you don't want to be going down to 10 men potentially with Hurahan. But as I said, like he hasn't ever possibly put himself in danger of getting a second yellow. But a football game can change in a split of a second, so you just never know.
Yeah. The keeper has a goal kick now, and it's coming up to the 3rd minute of
Just on,
additional
just
time.
showing, yeah, just showing the Slovakian manager on TV there. He looks absolutely wrecked, actually.
That's our free. This could be the last
Like,
kick of the
this is
90
this is
minutes.
the last
There's
chance.
nobody looking to get up.
I can't believe. I know there's still 30 seconds left, but like,
But yeah, but if you have another half an hour and extra time to get a goal, rather than if we
yeah,
concede
I
it straight
suppose.
away, we'll be done. Randolph's gonna hoof this, and that's gonna take up all the time, I'd say.
Yeah, safe to say Slovakia head it away, and then the referee will bring us into 30 minutes of extra time.
Yeah, he looks like he's aiming for Duffy here. So.
Can you get another famous assist like he did this day 5 years ago?
Oh no, keeper's hands, and looks like
Oh,
the
there
huff's
now.
gonna blow.
That is
That's
that for now.
extra time. Extra time.
Yeah.
Just when I look at like, what a silly comment. Oh, there we go. Just wanted to update that for anyone who's just joined us. That we're into the first half of extra time. It's just gone to a break there. The first 90 minutes has just ended. So the first half of extra time will be coming on now. It'll be interesting to see what way we come out in the second half. Will we just go gung ho? Will we be cautious? Will we pay for penalties? This could be a really defining moment for Stephen Kenny. If he wins this game, this could really go down really well with the fans, I think.
Yeah,
And as that
big time.
as that comment that just said there that we're absolutely muck, I don't think so. I just think we're just lacking a goal scorer. The football's been good. The chances created have been good, although it hasn't been many. But the football we're trying to play has been different and enjoyable.
Yeah, I think it's a game that's there for either team. I think both teams will be confident and fancy chances. I wouldn't sit back and settle for penalties. I think we've shown enough in 90 minutes that we can get at them. We can create chances, and this game is there to be taken. I think it'd be a dangerous tactic to play. And again, similar to half time, like if I'm an Ireland player going to half time, I'm thinking like, you know what, this game is here to be won. It's not a situation of like, right, 30 minutes, just take it easy and hope for the best penalties. For me, I'd be going after this game. And I think Stephen Kenny would be. He doesn't know any other way. So
Yeah, so there's a lot of people watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you give the video a like as well. I don't know where you're watching on Facebook, you're either watching on YouTube or whatever, but we're in for 120 minutes pretty much now, and maybe penalties. It's 0-0. Both teams have had chances, and it's been a very, I suppose you would say, very even game. But I've really liked our performance so far. I thought we've all played well. As someone mentioned there in the comments, what's Howard really done? And I would probably go as far as to say he's probably improved a little bit in the second half, but not majorly. But everyone else been fantastic. Duffy, Egan at the back, super. Enda Stevens, very, very good. Matt Doherty's creating a lot of our chances. Didsey, fantastic. Hendrick's been okay. He's coming in and out of the game. 1 minute he looks brilliant. The next minute he's giving the ball away and putting it out of the
yeah,
way. But
he was good in the first half. In fairness to him, I felt.
yeah, and just David Salter there just saying Matt Doherty is such a good playmaker from right back. Dizier is our best striker in midfield. Are you lads doing watch alongs from now on? It's something we've been looking to do. Gary's actually at the game in Bratislava at the moment, so what at the moment the way situation is,
Yeah,
we'll probably be doing watch alongs while one of the lads are at the game. Like I'm gonna be at the game on Sunday in the Viva, so maybe Gary and Gerald will do the watch along on Sunday. So we'll see.
hopefully.
Depends if
Obviously,
there's
the
a rain.
issue is don't have access to Sky Sports here, but just when you're dependent on streams, it is harder to do watch alongs. As we mentioned, like Nation League games are on Sky Sports, but no, it is something we are hoping to and looking to get into as well. And as Paul mentioned, there's already like loads of people getting in. If you haven't already, please make sure to give us a subscribe, give us a follow on our YouTube, or sorry, subscribe and YouTube channel and a follow on our socials. Because you'll see me at Mount Park tomorrow night for Bowes versus Cork and for various other League of Ireland matches as well throughout the remainder of the season, which we hope will be the season will come to a conclusion. Of course, it's all over the place at the moment between COVID and obviously now a fixture reschedule with Dundalk as well. So
Yeah, they're just going through the chances there, the Howland chance. So Robinson gets it to. Yeah, see, he probably doesn't realise that even if he flicks it with his right foot just onto Didsey, but he's no, awareness there of what's around him, to be fair, because he's just solely focused on trying to score from there.
I think Andrew Cudden wins the comment of the night for me there. Absolutely loved that. Listening, watching it from his maths class in San Francisco. Fantastic to see.
Yeah, top man doing his maths over in the
Yeah.
US. But yeah, we're just struggling. We're playing really good patterns of play, but we're just struggling to get that final goal, and it's always been our issue, I know. But how many times have we just seen us just sit back, absorb all the pressure, and then try to hit them on the counter attack? And people
Yeah,
are
good
always
chance.
giving out
Good
about it.
chance there actually from a goal trick. The keeper had to tip that over the bar there.
Yeah, maybe a bit
So,
more in the corner.
yeah, extra time has started very quick actually. Usually there's a longer
Is
break
that
between
extra
extra.
time? I thought that was
It is,
full replay.
I thought so too, because usually there's a good 5-10 minute break, but no, it started straight away. Been on the
Okay, well, we have a corner here. Robbie Brady whips it in. Their keeper's coming for it. So Shane Duffy. Matt Doherty whips it back across goal. And it's clear off
Alan
the
Brown.
line.
Oh, off the line again.
Ah. Always going to be a free out then, wasn't it?
I don't think we made any changes either.
I haven't had a chance to look because it happened so quick. Because they
We
went from the
haven't.
chances created to
Yeah,
straight into the game without saying anything on RTE.
uh, we haven't. No, just looking through flash score here, and we're still down just to 2 substitutions. Yeah, very quick turnaround there. Usually there's a good 10-15 minutes between extra time and normal time, but at least it's good that this, even if it goes penalties, we should be out here then hopefully by 10:30.
Time watch here.
Didn't even give me a chance to go to the fucking kitchen and get a bar or crackers or a sandwich or something. Damn you, UEFA and your new regulations.
You could probably go to a half time of the.
That'll be even quicker. They'll probably just swap halves. Actually, look, I'll go through the hunger barrier for the love of my country.
It's great to see so many people online though watching with us.
Yeah.
36 people across Facebook and YouTube. One day that'll be 1,036.
That's what you'll get. Always have to be aiming for better.
Well done, Didsey. Oh, love that.
That's
love
brilliant.
that turn. And he's running at them.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's it. Come on, get bodies up with him. Give it out to Enda. Howard gets it and just gives it away in their box.
In a good position as well.
I think he's knackered. I think he should come off.
Yeah. Like again, talking about McCarthy not playing the full 90 with Crystal Palace. He's another man as well that very seldom you see play the full 90 with Aston Villa.
Yeah, John Egan's after getting caught in the ball there.
Yeah.
Doing well
I think
initially.
he was harshly done, yeah. We've a nice bit of cover back, so we should be alright. I hope everyone put the mockers on
it. Hendrick. Oh, over the bar. Jeez, my heart sank there.
Of course, just speaking as well of watch-alongs in Irish football, of course, under 21s have a big match. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes ahead on Tuesday against Italy. I know the Italian under 21 team have had COVID tests come back positive as well, but that's a 4:30 on Tuesday. If you'd be up for it, I'd like to see us maybe do a watch-along as well. As far as I know, it's not on any Irish TV, so
I was at a meeting earlier with Conor Ronan and Dara Lee. They're trying to get the game on Air Sport, but the Italians are being very difficult money wise, regarding the releasing the footage of the games or something.
So if you ever want to watch along with us on a dodgy screen, I'd possibly be in work, but I'm sure yourself or Gary or possibly Paul Tierney could be off, or anyone else on the IFF TV.
We focus on getting Sunday first.
Yeah.
But I put those press conferences out with Darrell Lee and Conor Ronan out tomorrow. I missed the first one, but I was there for Conor Ronan. This
How
one's
does that
good.
work? So just to give you a code to go in on Zoom, is it? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
but you messaged them beforehand to say you're interested.
There'll just be as many people now, journalists log in for them press conferences to for the senior team, or
All the usuals, yeah. Well,
uh,
there's less for the 21s, but they're usually at the games.
yeah.
Hendrick does well there. We need to get on the ball and just. I don't know why there's been no subs. Maybe
Surprised they didn't make one at the end of like Harahan does look like someone for me that just seems to be struggling out with the pace of the game. But he's only crying out change I would make. Like Ditsy seems to be doing alright. Robinson seems to be doing alright. I think there's a moment in Hendrick, obviously Brady and Brown are just on.
yeah. It's almost made for someone like Shane Long or even Jack Byrne to
Yeah.
come on and score.
Could be made for them two to come on and combine for a goal.
Yeah. Oh, imagine the scenes of Jack Byrne. The country go into meltdown if Jack Byrne
Can
scored.
you imagine the scenes around Summerhill tonight?
He's not from Summerhill, is he?
Summerhill, Ballybock, more or less, all the same.
Oh, well done, Brady. Come on, don't lose it there, lads. We're back with Duffy at the back. Gives it to Egan. He gives it into midfield. Howerton spins on it. Looks for Robinson, finds him. He cuts back into midfield. Gives it to Hendrick. Out to Doherty on the right fullback position. And he's looking for
Looking for someone to show for it, but no one really is. But still makes
Hendrick. Then
a
out
pass to Hendrick.
to Egan. Good ball. Yeah, good ball. Now get at it.
Well done,
Down right to
Doherty.
Doherty.
Nice link up there. Go on, Brady.
No.
Poor cross. Didn't even need. I think he panicked. He didn't even need to put the ball in that area. Like,
I think he's just trying to make something happen. Oh, well done, McAllister. Lucky. Good idea. The idea was right.
yeah,
And
just
it's
a
back in our half to
connection.
John Egan at centre back. Gives it out to Shane Duffy. There's an acres of space here because the Slovaks are sitting back now. I think they're wanting us to play, but Jeff Hendrick's taking a bit of a risk there. And he misses the ball completely. But Alan Brown's there to mop it up. Well done, Alan Brown. Now
No
go,
relation,
go,
by the way.
go. What did you say? He's no relation to you.
Yeah, just in case anyone was actually worrying in the comments there. Just want to distance any rumours, just in case. Although I wouldn't mind being related to him.
So that's why you never stop going on about him.
I think he's a good player.
I'm only joking. It was Keane and Jack that used to always go on about him because he was from Cork.
They just went about everyone from Cork.
I know.
If they had their way, everyone from Cork would be playing tonight, or there'd be a Republic of Cork team. I hope Keane McGrath is watching in from Amsterdam. If not, I'll be on on WhatsApp tonight.
And he'd be telling you how good Conor Howard played.
Yeah.
They're just playing the ball around the midfield area now between the Slovak players. We look very, very jaded now. It looks like McGoldrick's gone to the left and Colin Robinson's gone into that centre forward position.
Centre forward role, yeah, it looks that way. Brown looks as if he's dropped.
Brown? Oh. How do you get onto it? Who's that 50? Callum O'Dowd is about to come on there. He's getting instructions from Damien Duff, which could be interesting because that's kind of what you'd almost forget that he was there.
Yeah. He played well for the first half against Bulgaria, but didn't really do much in the other two games. And for whatever reason, whether it's injuries or whatever, he just can't seem to get into the Bristol City team.
Yeah, well done, end it. Now just give it off. Just go to the line if you have to. Get your throw. Oh, you done well there, just not to lose it. Oh, don't kill
Randolph, that gave me shivers for a second.
Well done, Hendrick. Done well to hold him off. Up the line now to Brady. He can take it into him. Now, who's shown from? Oh, he done well there. Disguised pass to his mate Jeff, who kicks it out of play. Callum O'Dowd is about to come on now for, I would say, maybe Didsy or Callum Robinson. Or Hendrick. Robinson. He's coming on for Robinson.
So I imagine Ditsy will go back down the middle, even though he had switched out to the left for a while.
Yeah. You might even see Robbie Brady go on the left and O'Dowd on the right.
Hmm.
Wouldn't
You
really
just
matter.
wonder, is it going through Stephen Kenny's head? We mentioned about Hurahan. He looks a bit tired, but he's one of our few recognised penalty takers. Do you wonder if Stephen Kenny just keeping that in mind now?
Possibly. I don't think he's going to get another yellow because I think he would have got one by now if he was going
Yeah,
to.
it
So
doesn't seem
yeah,
that type of game.
so yeah, that was my only real worry about Aaron. I know he wasn't playing amazing, but he wasn't playing terrible either. He's done a couple of things that he probably should have done better, but overall he hasn't been totally. He's probably been out of the players that are on the pitch. He's probably not played as well as the rest of them, but he still hasn't been that bad. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
He's not going to dictate games like I don't know, Jordan Henderson or something like that.
or James Rodriguez.
Why this kind of substitution? Someone said. I'd imagine it's just to get at the Slovaks and try and get the ball. Someone who can carry the ball in their half and not have us press back against the Slovaks like we are right now.
Hmm.
There's actually a very good time for O'Dowd to come on. Oh, and
Have
we're
it
after
back here.
winning the ball there now. Alan Brown, and he gets clipped. Surely, ref, are you going to give us anything? He gets a throw in their half.
I think he's brought it back for the free kick.
Yellow card for that
Yeah,
fellow. Took him out too.
good stuff by Alan Brown.
Yeah, that was the substitute. Haraslin who got that yellow there.
He's been quiet actually since he came on, considering I was worried about him, considering he scored a couple of goals in the qualifying campaign.
Yeah, didn't come up against Shane Duffy though.
No.
What's that been brought back for now?
According to George Hamilton, he was still completing the booking of Duda, is that how you pronounce it?
Duda.
Duda, the former Norwich player. Got a nice move for himself after Norwich got relegated. Got moved to Cologne, actually.
Oh, we're on the counter here. They're on the counter. Randolph comes across and lets it run
Seen
out
that
for a
out.
goal kick. Well done, Darren Randolph. Mr. Cam.
Could
Shane
be
Duffy's
facing.
done well playing out from the back when he's needed
Yeah,
to.
like just going back to what I was saying earlier, like he's better on the ball than I think people give him credit for.
Yeah, that's our ball, ref.
Like he arguably started our best attack of the night with a lovely ball out to Ditsy, like.
Yeah. It was kind of more central than outright. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well done. Oh, heavy touch, Dids.
We'll let him off with that one, as long as it doesn't lead to a goal.
He's just tired.
Yeah.
The problem I have, and I think a lot of people will be saying in the comments, is that we don't look like scoring as much as we're having good
No,
play.
extra time. You can tell that both sets of players look a bit tired and jaded. Like we thought, it's kind of the opposite from what we expect. We thought both teams would continue where they are and go after the game, but I think the
Just hasn't been
mindset is
lovely
that
play
because
though.
the bodies just are disagreeing with them and could be leading for penalties. It's been 18 years since Ireland were last involved in the penalty shootout.
How long?
18 years. That game against
Spain.
Spain. Yeah, 2002.
Jeez, I was only a nipper there. I was only 11 or something.
Yeah, I was only 6. I don't know what you're calling yourself a nipper for.
What do you mean 11? I was a nipper.
Ah, you're nearly old enough to remember USA 94.
No, I was 4 for that.
Ah, close enough.
No, I don't remember. I didn't like football then. Didn't like football until I was 7. 98 World Cup.
Yeah, that was meant to be a game changer. I was too young for that.
Come on, lads.
Wonder how Gary Spain's nerves are over there.
Yeah, Jesus.
And he has to keep up to date on the social media. It can't be easy. Say as much as he'd love being over there, I'd probably kill him now that he can't get to the next 2 games.
He wouldn't have been able to go to the next 2 games anyway.
No, he wouldn't be. No.
He was meant to go to Finland from Slovakia, but the way things have just been going, he hasn't been able to.
Yeah, I think he even had like Finland originally booked back in March when the draw was made before COVID came in and ruined all our lives.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to Wales away in the next Nations League as well.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Come
Go on.
on. Oh, it's the post. Alan Brown hits the
Oh,
post.
oh, so close.
Oh, back out. Good
Oh, could
play
have been the one
there.
chance of extra time.
Robbie Brady and Enda Stevens. Alan Brown hits the
Alan
post.
Brown, that's the second time now. He had a shot cleared off the line, the start of the half, in extra time.
O'Dowda
It's
that
out
was
of pulled
across
back.
the.
Brown didn't really know much about it. Seemed to be coming
No, it just kind of didn't
behind him.
got
Like,
anything on it, wasn't it?
yeah, done well to make as much. Oh, such fine margins.
Oh, did he drop off there and get out of his
Well held
way?
up.
He's tired.
Yeah, yeah, it's a call now for Shane Long now, I think, at half time. We still
Come
have it.
on.
Go on, Hendrick.
Oh, this is unbelievable play. Have a shot, Jeff.
Go on, shoot. Oh,
Give it out
should he
left.
done well to keep hold of
There's
that.
nobody showing for it. That's a good ball out there, and the keeper claims it.
I even think Hendrick should hit that first time instead of taking his touch in the edge of the box. Just the way it was rolling to him, like just curl it. But he just seems to be one of them players. He just doesn't like shooting for whatever reason.
Whether he's afraid of people giving out to him or whatever.
Yeah, this is a great link-up play between the three substitutions, all involved.
It was going more wide than it was going in though. It was going like wider of the post
Yeah,
and more inside the post, if you know what I mean.
like he kind of between it being behind him and kind of his body position, he ended up almost kind of just back heeling it or hitting it with
A
the side
left
of
foot
his foot.
shot might have been a better option there. It's coming
Yeah,
up to the end of the
just
first.
coming onto it like he would have got an in swinger, then like cushioned it, like
Yeah, it's coming into the end of the first half of extra time here. It's
yeah,
0-0. We've just hit the post there, which will put a bit of fear into them, but it might be the kick up the arse that they need as well. Yeah, it's at half time. Then let's change that banner
yeah.
here.
Just to let you know as well, Bosnia and Northern Ireland is also 1-0 in extra time as well. So it looks like this League B playoff is going all the way in both games.
Yeah, I'd say it'll be a quick change over there in terms of half
I'd say
time. If you
so,
want to
yeah.
run and get a bar or something there, feel
Yeah,
free.
super.
I'll hold the fort till then. But yeah, nervy times. Who's your star player? Mike Kerwin, how's it going? I'd probably say the star player so far, Shane Duffy, although Didsy's shown real good moments, and so has I would have to say Matt Doherty, Robbie Brady, even Alan Brown since he's been on. They've been all showed good moments, but I'd probably go with Shane Duffy for now. Darren Randolph's been very quiet. He's made one good save that he had to make, and other than that, he's been very quiet, but still very calm. If we need that to go back to him, we can. We're just lacking that killer edge to score that goal. That's the only thing we're lacking here. Our football's good. Some of the best football I've seen from an Irish team in a long, long time. David McGoldrick is looking a bit tired, though. I will say that. You'd wonder if he'd bring on a sub for the second half of extra time. Because it doesn't seem like he's going to bring on Shane Long or Jack Byrne or whoever, maybe Malumbi to give that legs in midfield. But there just doesn't seem to be anyone. O'Dowd just came on off the bench there and has looked lively as you'd expect coming on in extra time. So hopefully he can maybe get a couple more chances in this next 15 minutes. And please God, we can get a goal. Because I think if we concede a goal, it'll totally deflate us. I think the confidence would be totally knocked for the next 3 games as well.
Just going back to what you're saying about bringing on someone in fresh legs, like that last chance we had just before half time. 3 players heavily involved for all substitutions. It just shows the importance of getting fresh legs on. We touched on Ditsy's touch and kind of control is just let him down the last few minutes. I just think the legs are probably giving up a little bit. Like he's not the freshest. He's not the youngest. I'm surprised again that he hasn't made a change there towards the end, unless he sees Ditsy, who has taken penalties for Sheffield United before in the past, as a penalty taker if it comes down to it.
That was a bit of a rash ball, but it made its way out to Callum O'Dowda there, which was good. Good ball by Howrahan, I think, and to Brown, and the defender heads it out. It's a throw in their half, which Enda Stevens will take down near the corner flag on the left hand side there. And he's telling people to push up. He's also telling people to calm down. And he gets it to O'Dowda, who wins another throw further up the field. And it's just down right beside the corner flag, which Shane Long, funny enough, he looks like he's warming up. Oh my God, they've given the throw in the other way.
Want to back door with Hendrick.
Yeah, O'Dowd has got it in the corner. Can he get something? Give it back to Enda.
Even in the corner of it, something free kick, throw in. Just don't lose it.
He's giving it. It's their ball
Yeah,
again.
he ran himself into that situation.
Maybe should have just crossed it and then just hope
Yeah,
maybe Cyrus Christie's getting warmed up and Shane Long there just beside the throwers. You're wondering will he bring on Cyrus up the right hand side, but then you're taking off Matt Doherty. They're about to make a sub as well. Sound like a dog there eating you do.
it's been a long time. Like, I don't like going more than 3 hours without food.
Oh, here's Bozanic. Now
Here's the main man. Their joint top goal scorer, the 21-year-old from Feyenoord. Well, plays with Feyenoord.
Scored against me in the last minute of normal time in Pro Evolution Soccer there the
Yeah,
other day.
we'll get our revenge tonight.
Imagine we won on penalties and Darren Randolph saved all four like he did in Pro Evo.
How does that happen? If he says 3, do not win the shootout.
I missed one.
Sorry.
Jack Byrne. We're too deep now. We need to get further forward. I know we're gonna have to be cautious as well. I think we'll probably be playing for penalties now. I hope we're not though. Hendricks dropping deep, looking for the ball now. He's on it. Gives it to Egan. Still in our own half. We're looking to get further up the pitch. Duffy's on the ball now and he's taking it into their half. Look up. Matt Doherty's looking for it. Howard's and Akers in space in the midfield here. He gives it to Didsey. Probably could have turned there. Out to Enda Stevens, who's in Akers in space on the left hand side. McGoldrick. Howard whips the ball in straight to the keeper's hands.
Delivery has been poor tonight.
Yeah. You just wonder Shane Long coming in and just flicking that over the keeper's head, maybe making that run. Oh, come on, Ireland. Well up. Enda.
Conor Hourihane.
O'Dowd should be telling him there he could take the ball down.
Yeah, or even like he should have headed more infield. He had other options to him. Like again, Dowda should have given him the call. Like it looks like we're going to get it back now. And with only Egan.
Yeah, so they have the ball in their half now. So their centre back is on it. Brings it into midfield, where he's met by Conor Howard and a few Irish shirts. Still pressing quite high.
Yeah. That good shape, 2 banks of 4. Like we're in good position. Like good organisation. There is that you can see that there is that side that like let's not be too risky and look at the end of the day, we'll take penalties if it comes. Pitch looks atrocious.
Yeah. Get it out of there. Now let's attack.
Well done.
Oh, lovely feet, Alan Brown.
Oh, great stuff.
Well done, Didsey. Get your foul if you have to.
That's brilliant. That's more like it did see.
That's it. Just keeping the ball now.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. But he looks shattered.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually fancy him taking the penalty in the condition he looked there.
Yeah, I was just going to say that if he's physically drained, like.
You just wonder why he's not bringing on Shane Long.
Yeah.
This would be the perfect opportunity to bring on Shane Long.
It's getting to that stage now. It could even be too late for Shane Long to get himself into the game, and by the time he does that, the game could be over. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, we just look knackered now. We're just looking.
Yeah.
We're looking to get to penalties. It's 5 minutes left, I think.
10 even.
It's 10, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 120.
Yeah. Either that, or we're just hoping that we might be able to just put that one more little chance like we did in the first half, and hopefully this time we'll have a bit of rub of the green.
Yeah, but I'd still be wary of that Bozanic fella.
Yeah. No, it's not him now. It's number 7.
Well done, Matt Doherty. And
one of it. Not the greatest of clearance.
The edge of the box and they crossed it in. That looks like O'Dowd has got that under control. Yeah, our ball. Well done.
Yeah.
Done enough to shepherd him.
I was afraid he was going to push him and give away a free kick, but not. He stood his ground well there. Another substitution for them. So that's all 5 for them now. So they can't make any more.
Guillaume's coming on for Favreau.
Looks a big man. Just here, George Hamilton saying there he's playing in Syria B.
Someone said Northern Ireland have scored. Shane Long's coming on for Didsy now.
Just looking at Flash here, it still says 1-1 between Bosnia and Northern Ireland. I'll wind up merchants in the comments tonight.
It doesn't bother me whether it is or it isn't.
No.
Really, really doesn't.
Maybe they did, but it's just love for fair or something.
You're just strange people.
The most important thing, it's still 0-0 between ourselves and Slovakia. Another Irish player, Doherty's gone down. Oh, he's holding his hammer. Just wonder, is that him gone?
Cyrus on for him then.
Yeah.
And I just seen there were 7 followers on Instagram away from 29,000. So if you're on this and you're watching, head over to Instagram and give us a follow.
And then give us individual accounts a follow.
Yeah. Probably can't see it there. There's our individual accounts. It looks like Cyrus Christie will probably come on here.
Yeah, it's the obvious replacement. Yeah. In fairness to Cyrus Christie, apart from that Denmark game where everyone had a stinker, he hasn't put a foot wrong for Ireland. Like that Germany game we talked about 5 years ago today, I thought he was superb as well that night when Seamus was injured.
Yeah, imagine we had James to come on now.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, let's get behind Cyrus Christie. He doesn't seem to be allowed to come back on yet.
Don't know what the situation is there. But Doherty is doing warm-ups like as if he feels like, right, I can come back on.
Yeah, that's just hope.
Yeah, Doherty's come back on, yeah. Just hope that like if he's not fully fit, that it doesn't come back to bite us.
I'd love to see what was on Damien Duff's iPad there.
Yeah.
Just for the crack. Well done. Who's that? Robbie Bray. Oh, it's O'Dowda running at the defence. He gets pulled down by Hamsik.
That's a free kick.
Referee.
This is Conor Hurahan territory.
Might be a bit far, but he did keep carrying it as far as he could. Robbie Brady territory. He looks like he wants it.
Yeah.
Ref. He kept running, even though he was getting pulled. He kept running. Howard and Brady are standing over it now.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar area to where Howard scored against
Georgia.
The tennis
That's right,
balls.
yeah.
So
Brady, I remember Brady in his Burnley debut scored from a similar position against Chelsea a few years ago as well.
Yeah, the two of them are standing over. We've got Shane Duffy in the wall. Alright, come on. 268 people watching.
Will 268 people be watching an Ireland goal in a few minutes? Let's hope so. Yeah, big time. I think it's just a little bit far out for a shot of goal.
I think it's very similar to. I think Brady scored one against Chelsea for Burnley.
Yeah, I was just saying that in his debut for Burnley a few years ago. That's right, yeah.
It's kind of this similar.
Here we go, anyway.
Because
this be the moment.
It's going anyway.
Looks like Brady all day, anyway.
Oh, wide.
Good effort, though.
I'd like to see how far that was.
See now in this angle.
It's the side now.
Yeah. You just hope that wasn't our one chance in the second half extra time, though.
I think the keeper always had it covered, though.
Yeah.
He's a big, tall fella. Lanky fella.
He gave the cameras a good battering with the ball, though, Robbie Brady.
Someone says, go on, you want to stream the last few minutes for us plebs?
We'd love to, but it's not worth it, unfortunately.
James Martin says, your YouTube's dead anyway. Stream the pens. Well, you know where to go, James.
Well, if you want to If you want to write a letter to Archie, we can always replace George Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm always scared when Hamsik has the ball in our half. Yeah, but I don't think he's get up. That's it, ref.
He hasn't done it. Like he does look like he could make something happen, but he hasn't done. I think we've marched him well. Like
I think I'm just glad it's not the Hamsik of 5 years ago.
no, different player. It was a different player back then.
We've got 4 minutes left of this second
Probably,
half.
probably maybe 2 injury time at a push.
No,
So
it shouldn't.
we're talking 5 6 minutes left.
Well done. Up the pitch now. And that second ball, Hendrick, and get on it. He's giving away a foul.
Fuck.
There goes the monetization. All right, let's get on it. Box them in. That's it. Press together, lads. Oh, Shane. Oh,
Up for it now, boys.
so Doherty's staying on, and he looks okay.
Yeah.
He's not
Must
really
have just
limping.
must have just ran it off. Like
Giving the ball back to them there now. The only thing is there, see the way he let that ball kind of run past him there, that still shows he's still feeling that injury. Otherwise, he would have clattered your man
yeah.
on the wing there. You hope that Matt isn't one of the first penalty takers on the team sheet, because if he is carrying that knock, that'll obviously be in his head.
Yeah, he'd be worried about it going, or he might then switch over to his other foot. Then
I have to say, I like what Alan Brown's done since he came on. He's
I
been
think
effective.
it's definitely been his best performance in Ireland shot for me in a competitive game. Anyway, he's always done all right in the friendlies, but he's really stood up tonight now. I think in a competitive game. Just think about the time itself. I just find it hard to think that there's going to be one chance left in this game.
Yeah, well, see. Oh, Duffy got done there. Oh, he won it back. Hendrick knocks it long up to Shane to defend it. Back in our half now.
Gong hasn't really got a kick yet.
So it's hard to come in. Duffy again, super.
Super.
Hendrick knocks it back to the keeper, Dan Randolph, and we're into the 119th minute.
If it goes to penalties, can Shane Duffy take a penalty with his head? Because he'd probably score.
Oh no! What are you doing, O'Dowda? Take it into midfield. Take it into midfield. Going the wrong way. Oh my God, Dan Randolph.
Oh Jesus! Lucky.
Yeah, just get rid now at this point. Well done. Oh my God, there's two of them in the. I think Shane Longs was giving away a foul there in their box. There's 20 seconds left of this half. You'd have to imagine there won't be that much additional time.
Yeah, you're talking 2 minutes of even, probably a minute.
Who got a yellow? Stephen Kenny?
Yeah, Stephen Kenny.
2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
I think he's making a point that it wasn't a foul. 2 minutes there for anyone asking in the comments. 300 people online.
Hopefully we can see this ball out now. And sure, look, we'll take it from there then.
They're putting everybody forward for this. Duffy wins it in the air again. Go back to your fullback, Connor. I just want to throw in the left back position.
Surprised they didn't lump that ball. Surprised they didn't lump that ball into the box, to be honest.
It's funny how they put that up as if it was like a player.
Yeah. What does that actually mean for him? Like, does it
just means he needs to calm down, stop going mad. If he can. Let's win that second ball. We should be doing every. Well done, Shane Long. Put his body in. Go on, you're in.
I heard you could have kept that ball.
Okay, we have it in their half though.
Yeah.
This could be the last.
This is going to be the last roll of the dice.
Just get that ball there, Brown. Oh. Probably going to go out for a goal kick. Or yeah,
No,
it's
I
out
hit
for.
them last, so they were going to go for a corner. Here we go, throw and take two. Yeah, I'm surprised Stevens hasn't. Like Stevens has a decent long throw. I'm surprised he hasn't taken more of them. Doesn't look like he's going to go long though.
Get the ball in. Oh, too far. Gone out for a throw in to them on the far side in their left back position for them. Looks like it's about to go to penalties now, which is going to be horrendous to watch. I am not looking forward to watching this. My stomach is starving. I have a horrible feeling in my gut. Oh, I should have got the biscuits like you. He's blown there.
That's there. Oh.
Penalties.
And the lottery begins. Who would you think will be the five brave souls to go forward?
I think. I think Howard will take one. I think Robbie Brady will
Yeah,
take one. I
there are two
think.
certainties for me. I think Long will take one.
I think Enda Stevens might take one too, and maybe O'Dowda.
Yeah, I would think maybe Hendrick might take one instead of Stevens.
Maybe, but I'm close to shitting my pants here because it's just so
Yeah,
nervy here.
but I'm sure this is something that they have prepared for with practices and mentally, and obviously, and they have a fair idea of the players that want to go forward and take one. So
Mm. David Green, can you say something about the game overall? How we played? Yeah, I think we haven't done a whole lot wrong. We just haven't scored. We've played nice football at times. We've given the ball away sloppily at times too, but more often than not, it's been good when we've been on the attack. We just simply just can't find that final piece of the jigsaw, basically, and that's just putting the ball in the net. We've had chances, we've hit the post. Connor Howard had a chance, McGoldrick got a chance. So we've had a few chances, and so have they. It's been a very, very even game, I would say. But look, it's miles better than watching what we were playing under Mick, in my opinion. I just think it's been a lot more enjoyable to watch. That we're actually going out and trying to play a bit of ball, which is what everybody's been asking us to do, is to try and play football.
yeah,
So
it's been good, nice signs of progression from the last two games, and like in terms of away performances, I touched on it there. It's definitely our best away performance in about 4 years. Going back to Martin Neil's time when we've had France to the Euros or Austria and Vienna. It's been really encouraging. Like even if things don't go away in penalties, and obviously that's us out of making the European Champions next summer. There's so much to build on and kick on this going forward, heading into qualifying for the next major tournament in Qatar in 2022.
yeah, I seen.
Should probably be hard to, but I was saying if one of us could get on to Gary Spain and he could do a live Instagram for the penalties.
Yeah, he wouldn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I think he'll live tweet it. I'd imagine.
Yeah. Hamshik looks in good spirits anyway.
Yeah. So
So does the referee. Of course, Irish sides have been no shortage of penalty shootouts over the last couple of weeks. Bowls, Rovers, and Dundalk all involved in shootouts in Europe.
sorry, I was distracted by something else there. Apparently Connolly and Ida didn't even travel to the stadium.
I'd
Conor
say
Howard
not.
was saying something there. I think
Yeah.
someone's spreading bullshit as usual. Awaiting penalties. Ugh. Do you ever get that feeling in your stomach where you need to piss, you need to shit, you need to fart, just
But
all those emotions.
it can all hold in for a few minutes.
I have all those emotions, and I feel like I'm gonna get sick too. I
Yeah.
have all those emotions as as this is about to happen. This is about to be first penalty about to be taken. Dan Randolph has a good record in penalties, if I'm not mistaken. I know he saved his last penalty against Switzerland.
Switzerland this time last year. That's right. Yeah.
There's 533 people watching, and they're
It's our
just
chance to
tuning in for
shine.
commentary. Everyone who's asking, we can't show the game. We're legally not allowed to show the game. It's a watch along, so you just have to listen to us talking crap for the
Hopefully,
rest of
describe an Ireland penalty shootout victory, right up there with Geneva 30 years ago
right. It's Hamshik, and my stomach
versus Randolph.
He's asked him should he stand behind the line.
Oh yeah, Shafar could come into play into this.
So stupid.
Go on, Darren.
What is the ref? The ref's just giving out to Darren.
Come on, Randolph. Good start to shootout now. Psychological advantage.
So Hamshik scores.
Oh.
He went the right way though.
Yeah, it wasn't far off. It was a good penalty in fairness to him.
Yeah, I was never saving. That was right.
Ah, he was actually the second angle shows that he was a long way off it.
Connor Howard up for us now.
Was a recognised penalty taker by Barnsley, so hopefully he still knows how to put them away from 12 yards.
Oh, my stomach.
Looks very casual. Just checking the ball there.
He seems like it's flat.
Yeah.
Why does he get the yellow
Now,
card
now,
in hand?
and now he doesn't look like he's going to let go of it. Very casual stepping up to it. Hopefully his penalty will reflect his look that he's given off.
Oh, fuck. Howard steps up and he scores down the middle.
Yes.
1-1.
Not the most convincing of strikes, but we'll take it. It's hit the back of the net. That's the most important thing. We're back
I
on
thought the
parity.
keeper was saving that with his legs.
Yeah. Back to parity after the first penalty each.
Yeah. I feel like getting sick again. Looks like Keith Andrews nearly took Stephen Kenny's ear off there. Shouting yes. Stephen Kenny looked so casual there, didn't he? He was like,
Yeah.
What are you shouting at me here for? Here's their penalty taker steps up and
Come on, Randolph.
scores.
Yeah, that was a very good penalty. Again, Randolph.
2-1 to Slovakia on penalties so far. We are due up next after Connor Howard has just scored for us.
Just waiting to see who is our second penalty taker.
It's Robbie Brady, who you'd fancy more often than not.
Yeah, scored that penalty, of course, in Lyon 4 years ago against France at the Euros. Let's hope he can repeat the dose again.
This is not good for the heart. Come on, Robbie. Yes! Scores.
Ah, great penalty.
As he said, get fucking in there. My nerves are absolutely shot here. And I'm sure everybody at home is at this moment in time. Great penalty there. Robbie Brady sends the keeper the wrong way. Now they are up next. It's your man Haraslin, the substitute, got yellow card. Your mate, fellas who scored. You've been going on about him a bit.
He scored a few goals in qualifying. I wouldn't go as far as say call him a mate now. If he misses this, he'd be a mate.
Yeah, come on, Darren. Oh, just crept under him. He scores.
Gets the right way again, though.
It's 3-2 to Slovakia right now.
You just get the 5-1 missed penalty could be key. It's a bit like the match. It's going to be feck all between this. Fairness, all their 3 penalties have been very impressive. Who's up next for us?
Alan Brown.
Come on, do it for the namesake.
Doesn't look confident though. But he never looks like happy or sad. He always
carries the same emotion.
Yeah, he's a very straight run up here. Oh, he's missed. The keeper saved it.
Silence says it all.
We need a big save from Darren.
It's perfect height for a keeper. So just watching it back here, like, nah.
He's a very athletic looking keeper, though.
Stephen Kenny and Keith Andrews' face didn't give much away.
So they're up now. Oh, what happened there? He dinked it. Darren Mendoff almost went to save it.
Just kind of caught him off guard. He almost nearly got back to it because he just kind of
We have to score this next one.
some balls on your man.
Oh, so close. So the fella went to Panenka. Darren went. That's Matt Doherty. The fella went to Panenka. He did Panenka, but Darren went to almost dive. Kind of went back up. Almost got a hand to it, but it was too late. He'd already kind of.
He realised
put
what
all
he'd
his
done,
weight
but
on the one side.
yeah,
It's Matt Doherty now
to keep us alive.
He's hit the bar.
No,
It's missed. They've won.
Yeah, it's all over.
We're out. Oh. Well, guys, they have won on penalties. I don't think there was anything more we could have done. It was all about the penalties, and unfortunately, our Alan Brown and Matt Doherty both missed. So our dream of playing in Euro 2020 in Dublin is gone, and we're out. I don't think you can really fault the players' performance on it. But anyway, we're going to jump off now. I think it's fair to say, Jer. I have a couple of videos to do on this, which I'm not looking forward to. But the European dream is well and truly over.
Yeah, I'd say, look, can't fault the performance. It was absolutely superb and fantastic from the first minute to the 120th. We created chances. We were progressive. We had a goal. We gave it everything. Penalty shootout is always a lottery. It's always a cruel way to win the game, but just seeing yourselves, it's a very cruel way to lose a game as well. It's disappointing. It's very hard to think now we have to pick ourselves up and play 2 more games this week. Like, you really have lost interest in them straight away already. But look, going forward, at the end of the day, Stephen Kenny can't be faulted for not making the European Championships. He only had to oversee 1 game. He can't be blamed for it. But look, there's positives to be taken from tonight. It is disappointing. You know, the country, it's not been a great place over the last couple of days. We could have done with the lift, done with the boost, and it's a real kick in the teeth, or a real kick in the jacksie or the arse, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I did say if he was taking a penalty that he shouldn't have been, but anyway.
And just to let you know as well, it's going to be Northern Ireland that they are playing in the final because they've just beaten Bosnia on penalties.
I'm out of words now at this point. There's no point.
Yeah. Probably just makes it worse because that's a game we, albeit if it was in Windsor Park, we still would have fancied our chances. But look,
people out there are we angry? Like, there's nothing to be angry about. It's
not angry, like
disappointed.
You're still full of pride for what the player. Like, he couldn't fault them anymore. Like even Doherty's penalty, like he hits the crossbar. Like 9 times out of 10 that goes in. It was a well hit penalty. It's just really unfortunate. Randolph gets the right way twice, and then the one where your man just tries to dink him, like, it just didn't react to kind of in time. He realised obviously right what he tried to do. There's not much pace now, but as you said, he put all his weight on one side and just couldn't adjust his body the right way, unfortunately. These things happen, but they've done the country proud tonight. And like I said, in terms of the Stephen Kenny project, it's a positive night. And if we're going to see more performances like that, then I think we'll have more better days than bad days. And hopefully we will be looking ahead to more major tournaments. Obviously not next summer, but in the coming years, because the talent is there as well. And
well, look, I gotta jump off. I'm starving. You're starving. I have a couple of videos and all to do. But fair play for joining me. Since it went to penalties, it wasn't going to be a good thing. But
just in case, if you're interested, I'll just let you know Scotland have also won on penalties as well. But sure, doesn't really mean much now, does it?
Well, anyway, if you're new to the channel and you're watching, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the videos, and hopefully we'll have something more to share about in the next campaign. Yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Thanks for commenting and getting involved, interacting. We'll speak to you all soon. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me, Paul. Take care, everyone.